Hi, everyone. Welcome to Friday night. I don't know what I'm going to do. I may glue a little. I had a fabulous day today. I got a ton of stuff accomplished, which, if you guys know me, it's been a while. I've been like dragging. So I got some new Nat Geos. I may go through those. I checked on my recycle bank subscription, and I've evidently ordered like 5 or 6 magazines, but they haven't come yet. The only one that's come is Harper's Bazaar. No, yeah. Yeah, I think so. But I'm sure they'll all come soon enough. So I'm just going to start cutting and gluing. So happy Friday, everybody. I'm so happy it is Friday. I'm sure all of you guys are happy too. It's Friday. Hey, Cassandra, how are you, girl? Happy Friday. Aloha Friday for sure. How are you? How was your day today? I had a very productive day. It felt like a really productive day for the first time in like a long time. Brian, you're too much. You're on Malia's other phone, Brian. You're crazy. You're crazy. I'll be right back. I'm just trying to put it in our crafting group. Brian is too much. Malia and we are going to get together soon, and I'm excited about that because I get to see Lily and Vera May. Maybe I'll drive down and see you guys before we have like a little extra few days for spring break and I thought it was this coming week, but it isn't. It's another week. It's the following week, I think. I can't even like get it together to get the right schedule. Hang on, I'll be right back. I can't see anybody. I'm just trying to I promised a couple people that I would send them links because I guess YouTube is not itself. Hey, Miss Ann, how are you? Hi, Natalie. You're good. Oh, you went to the grocery store in your neighborhood, and you decided, hey, Jen, you decided that you couldn't afford food anymore. Girl, don't even get me started. Okay, we don't even need to get started. But I really do appreciate your the dip thing you sent me. The dip recipe you sent me. I know you guys are sick of seeing these old ones, but I just wanted to see if I thought I had one empty page in here. And if I did, I was going to stick the key that I cut out. So how are you, Miss Jen? How are you, Miss Ann? I had a really great, very productive day. I got a lot of paperwork done, which is kind of my nemesis. I don't know how many of you guys are really good at paperwork. I'm not good at paperwork at all. Well, I used to be great at it when I ran a business, but leaving it to myself. Hi, Joni. Leaving it to myself, I am not. Paperwork is not, I don't know. I procrastinate, but I got all my paperwork done, which was really good. And I told you guys that my really sweet friend in Hawaii that always hooked me up, because I don't have a blank page. Why did I think I did? Duh. Anyway, my really sweet friend that always hooked me up with wallpaper books messaged me like, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago and said, I have some, come get a hold of me and all this stuff. And so finally I made a connection and I picked up like 25 wallpaper books from her. She is one of the women that I worked with in Maui. She is one of her best friends. So I picked up 25 wallpaper books from her. And that made me super excited because she's been trying to get me to come, and see her, meet up with her. So maybe I'll work in this one. This is that one I started like a trillion, zillion, million years ago. So Natalia, you have to tell us about you, what you're up to. You're all good in Florida. You guys, my daughter called me from Arkansas and she goes, did it snow near you? And I said, no. She said, well, it snowed not in the town she's in, but one town over yesterday. I was like, wallpaper books. Girl, me and my wallpaper books. I got that. And then you guys, I went and I'm so excited. I got an enormous bag of trims and I'm like so excited. I got, I don't know, a ton of trims. So I'm super excited about that too. So I'll keep some for myself and share some with y'all, but I got like a whole bunch. Like I was so shocked. So, I was a costume designer for a while when I lived in New York City, and I used to have all these hookups where I would get, trims and different things that I wanted or needed. And, moving to Hawaii, I didn't have that. But when I met my friend with the wallpaper, right? Well, the one in Hawaii, she hooked me up with this friend of hers who's also an interior designer. Anyway, to make a very long story short, she took me to like a place that she goes. So, hi, Tanya, how are you? She took me to a place that she goes. And so I got an enormous bag of trim and some other cool stuff that I'm super excited about. So be on the lookout. So what are you guys all working on? I think I'm going to try and add I was going to jelly print tonight. That's what I was going to do. Darn it. I got home so late. Well, let me see if I can find my jelly plate. If it's close by, it's in the other room, but if I can find it, I'll get it out. Otherwise, I might work in this book. So tell me about you, Miss Joni. How are you? How's everything where you are? You're making painty papers? Oh, painty papers are my weakness. You know that, girls. Painty papers. Blake said he was going to bring me a cup of coffee, so I'll wait till he brings me a cup of coffee. I know where my jelly plate is. I just don't know where my box of paints are. That is the only caveat because, guys, I'm not unpacked or organized. I'm just not packed or organized. You want a jelly print? Well, let me see if I can find my paints. I know where the jelly plate is. Hey, you haven't happened to see my paints anywhere, have you? My like a small box of acrylic paint.
You want those little tubes?
Those little tiny ones that are like the ones you don't like at all. Do you know where they are?
Sure.
Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get my jelly plate.
How many do you want?
Do I have a box of them, or are they just?
I can bring the whole box down.
That'd be great. Will you just move this over there? I don't want to get anything on that. Yeah, I'm gonna get my jelly plate. I forgot I was gonna jelly print. That's what I was gonna do. I'm glad you know what my things are. I don't know what anything is.
I did put some in here.
Just need some paint. Thank you. I'm sorry. You guys, I'm really lucky that he doesn't just say, I'm throwing in the towel on you, you disorganized crafter. Guys, I definitely need to work on was feeling so bad for the past few weeks that I just really didn't do much of anything. And I felt so accomplished today because I got my paperwork done, or some of it at least, that I didn't even think about anything else. And then we were out and I did not get home until like maybe 5 minutes ago. But I have my very large, you guys, I have jelly plates of all sizes, but this is that really, really big one, the 12 by 12 one. Ooh, thank you. You found some paint?
Something kind of like something glittery.
Oh my God.
I did something here.
Oh no. No. Oh my God. No. It is this is not just glitter. It is glitter pigment and it will get everywhere.
Okay,
so I would say
clean that outside. Oh my God.
Just, and you were not a glitter person.
Well, here.
Okay.
Anyway.
So here, wait. Here I have a, here, wait.
Well, let me just shut
Here.
this so that it doesn't.
Here.
It has to be taken outside when I'm.
Yeah, it's mica powder is what it is. It's mica powder and it yes, here.
So
Wipe here, wipe your hands. I'm so sorry. Guys, he's not a glitter person and mica powder bursts in a box with some of my paint. Well, if you can find some of my paint,
I can find another box. Let me just look again.
Yeah. I don't know where my brayer is, but I found a couple tools. Okay, so guys, I got these and these work really good. I got these at Ross for $4.99. Perfect. That's a tiny brayer, but it's perfect.
But that is a brayer.
It is a brayer. Yay, found me a brayer.
You need a credit card?
No, I just need
some kind of card.
Yeah, that would be great if you can find one. The paint is probably one part. Guys, you have jury duty on Monday. Oh no. Oh, Jamie, I'm so sorry. Well, I haven't registered to vote here yet in North Carolina, so I can escape it for a minute. He is amazing. Jamie, he was so helpful to me today. He and we had so much paperwork and stuff that we have been just putting off. Well, I was supposed to do it and I didn't feel good, whatever, the past 2 weeks. You guys, I was really not well. I was exhausted and I was just worn out, I think, from everything. Anyway, but he has unpacked some of our boxes upstairs on the 3rd floor. So that's why he knows where stuff is. Because you guys, honestly, I don't even go. It's been so cold. I haven't gone up there. But these are great. I bought these they were like $5. And you guys, these are such cool painting tools. I mean, really cool. I need some paint because this is dried on there. And so once it'll bring a pull. Hey, Miss Leslie Casey, how are you? And I have a tiny brayer. Now, this is not my normal size brayer, Jamie. This one's about a 2-inch brayer, but it's the one he could find. So Jamie has been on all of our hearts all week. You guys, I think I got this from Shannon Green when she was selling these. If I didn't get them from her, I got it from Dick Blick. You know, it's like a boar's hair brush, I think, bristle brush. But it works really good for painting on here. And you guys, who is using these? Now, these are, I think, if Patricia's here, I think she sent me these. Jury duty. I am so sorry, girl. I don't even know what to say. You have to be there at 7:30. Oh, no. So Patricia Beauchamp gave me these. These are like gelatos. But if you buy them in the kids section, they're like a lot cheaper. Like I can't remember where she bought them, but they were cheaper. I remember her telling me I found them and they're like $5 or something. And you know, gelatos are not $5. So I'm going to try some of these on my jelly plate. And I also have some handy dandy gelatos. I have the real thing in here, baggie full of them. And I brought my Restoration Hardware catalog to my restoration hardware catalog to I was just seeing if I got a little bit wet, but you know what? The really great thing about a crusty jelly plate is if you put down a pull, it'll come back up. This is a big one. Ooh. Oh my gosh, you hit the jackpot. Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
I know you use this stuff in that same context.
Yes.
So here's
You're awesome. Thank you so much.
here's
Thank you.
your stencil
And just walk away from that glitter because I'll deal with it tomorrow.
Here, we'll do.
No, I'll deal with it tomorrow. Do not mess with
I'll
it.
find a card for you now, and then we'll be good.
Thank you, babe. I really appreciate it. You had plans to jelly print with me? Oh, you didn't get it dug out of boxes, girl. I at least knew where my jelly plate was, but I did not know where the paints were. Because I did not bring a lot of paints with me. Guys, I gave them to my friend that is my friend. This is super cheap. Apple Barrel 50-cent paint. I like that. You guys you do you, but I like it because it's not like a big commitment to you don't have to spend a lot of money doing it. You know what I mean? I do have some obviously more expensive acrylic paint, but I don't think it matters. I mean, I'm not jelly printing for a final result. I mean, maybe some of you guys are, and maybe you'll tell me that other paint works better. But you guys know me. I'm going to jelly print on a magazine page. So, and then I'll use it as a painty paper. So I'm not even going to worry about it. I am not going to worry about it. And I don't have any of my normal tools, but we'll just use a Sharpie, shall we? We'll just use the Sharpie as a scratch tool. And if you guys have any of that plastic canvas, that's one of my favorite things to jelly print with. I'm going to do my restoration hardware catalog because I love the pages in this. Guys, the pages are just like, they're perfect to jelly print on. They're thin enough and they are perfect to jelly print on. Well, this is that 12 by 12, so I'm going to have a little piece of it over. He said he's going to find me a credit card. You guys, the stupid thing was I brought one with me to my little table last week, and I can't find it. You know why? It's completely clear. It was somebody's business card, and it was clear. And I can't, it's probably sitting right here on my table, and I just can't see it. So hopefully the paint's wet enough that it'll pull up some of the crusty paint. But if it doesn't, eventually it'll come up, or I'll get some packing tape. So let me see. So I went and got 24 wallpaper books. That was my exciting day. That was part of the day, besides finishing all the paperwork that I had to do. Went and got the lace. I got some Killer. Not a lot, but Killer. Hi, Dania. Happy birthday, girl. Hey, Miss Val. Everybody say congratulations to Miss Val. She is in her house. Okay, can you see that part of the catalog came off on this? So here's the first pull, and part of the catalog came off on it. So what's kind of cool about it is if I let it dry and then put something over it, that will come off on the next pull. So that's how you get that, like when you use people's faces, when you get their, you know what I'm talking about, when you get their faces on the, let me see, maybe I'll go ahead and double dip and do this side too. So I got some yummy lace, and I got some, not a lot because she didn't have a lot, but I hand-picked some really cool vintage, I don't know, maybe a dozen small pieces of fabric. And I'm super excited about that. So that I'm excited about. If I have any, maybe I'll use a metallic paint on top of this, because sometimes when you use a metallic paint after you've done this, it'll all come up. If I had my Martha Stewart paint, because I don't even know if she makes paint anymore, but I have a couple of bottles of her metallic paint and it works good. Hey, Miss Carrie Little C. the cell service sucks here and we don't have Wi-Fi until Sunday. So you're going in and out. Well, we love you, girl. We're so happy for you, Val. Congratulations. You know, you guys, moving from Hawaii is a feat. And Val moved from Oahu. And Val, how long did you live in Oahu? You moved, well, you were in Kauai for a long time, but you were there for what? A long time. A long, long, long time. Well, thank you, babe. Thank you so much. What's Martin's?
Grocery store in Virginia.
Oh, okay. He brought me his Martin's from Virginia card. It's like a little, I guess it's like your frequent shopper card. He brought me his frequent shopper card. I don't even have a roll-off book. You guys, what is wrong with me? I am like not even, I think I'll roll off in my glue book. Usually I have a roll-off book. So I got a lot of lace. I was super excited about that. I got a couple of vintage. I told you guys I was making a friend's daughter a wedding book. Did I tell you guys that? Sometimes I think I tell you, and maybe I only tell you in my head, right? Anyway, so I found this really cool vintage wedding dress at a store I was near today. And guys, I bit the bullet and I got it. And I'm super excited about it because now I really have some cool stuff to make her daughter's wedding book out of. So I'm going to take apart this vintage wedding dress and I'm going to use it for bits of the book. She's not getting married till May, so I have a little time. Of course, she asked me like way back when I was in Hawaii, and of course, I don't know how to say no, so I didn't say no. Hey, Mary Lou. How are you? Since 1982, Val lived on Oahu. Girl, that's a long time to move. You said you're going back in May, right, for the kids' graduation? Your house did not come with instructions. Oh, no. You don't know how to operate anything. Oh, girl, I get that. I understand. Dania, did you have a good birthday? You guys wish Dania a happy birthday. She turned the big 7-4 yesterday. Your son shops at Martin's? That's super cool. So that was my exciting day. 24 wallpaper books. Guys, she's been calling me for weeks. And I just felt so bad that I didn't even get it together to go. You guys, you know it's bad when I don't even go for the wallpaper books. Okay. That one's a little better. A little bit better. Some of the stuff's coming up. It may take a while for it to come up. Look, this one's dry again. Let me see if this I can work with this one. You know I was feeling bad when I didn't go for my wallpaper books, right? She's been calling me for so long. I was like, ugh. And let's see. The lace was really cool. I felt good enough to like go and meet other people. That was really good. The lace is super cool. So I'm going to make some packs of it and I'll share it. I'm going to let it dry a little longer. And I probably do need like some tape. Of course I don't have any tape. Any you know what I'm talking about. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Hey, Miss Shannon Green, how are you? Girl, I loved your Make It With, I loved your Mr. Victor Crafter book. I wished, you know what, Shannon? I wished I had known you when I got my suitcases full of Lindt chocolate because I would have shared. I had a friend whose husband was on board of Credit Suisse, the bank, and they would go to Switzerland, and my girlfriend didn't eat chocolate, and he would get suitcases, these little suitcases filled with Lindt chocolates. And girl, I'm telling you, I ate my weight in Lindt chocolates. He has since retired, so I can't ask him for any more suitcases of chocolates. But I was like, oh man, I should have saved those. I should have saved that bag, those bags of chocolates. But you have to tell us something. Did your Taylor get married and we just all missed it? Did she end? I know that I remember seeing something where you said she had to cancel it because of the pandemic, and I was just wondering if guys, I'm not online enough. I missed everything. I miss everything, like every possible thing. And I have your sweet Miss Kaylee in my prayers. You guys all send Shannon's niece, Miss Kaylee, some prayers. She has having some heart surgery soon, and she needs our love. So jealous every time. I was like, girl, I would have totally shared it with you. I got 2 of them because my friend, she didn't eat chocolates, and her husband, he thought he was doing, and he would go every year. I got them for years when my kids were little. Guys, I used to hide them and hoard them because those Lindt chocolates, oh my God, those little round ones with all the colored papers, and oh yeah. It was a small suitcase of Lindt chocolates. Okay, the downfall of jelly printing on magazine pages is if they're thin like this, you may pull up the page too. Oh, she's had to cancel her wedding twice. Oh my God, Shannon. Will you tell her 3rd time's a charm? That, can I tell you, my daughter got married in the middle of the pandemic. We would not advise that for anyone, but she did. She was going to have a big old wedding, and then the pandemic happened. And look, I got one of these brushes from you. I don't know if you still have them in your store, but I got a few of them. My middle daughter, she just has a mind of her own, and she was just like, it's a pandemic, but too bad. And at the time, we were living in Hawaii. You could only have 10 people. Guys, we were bad. We had 11 because we had to have the officiant. And that was it. She got married. She was like, and you guys have no idea. She was like, she was just doing it. She was like, I'm getting married. I don't care. So we were all like, okay, put down with your bad self. I mean, and nobody could come. I mean, it was just me and her sister. It was just our really close immediate family, Blake and myself, the kids, my older daughter and her husband, and then his mother and stepdad and sister. And that was it. And the bride and groom. Looking to see if I have any white paper here. Of course I don't, because guys, I haven't lived in this house long enough to have all my stuff in this place. But she got married, 10 people or whatever it was, 11 if you count the officiant at her wedding. And she was, I think, because I think they canceled it once. And the place where they were getting married didn't want to give them their money back. So she did it. You guys, and she got married in a blue dress. Did you guys see? I think I posted pictures in our Crafting Mamas group. She got married in a blue wedding dress. That girl, she marches to her own tune. And it was beautiful. And her husband wore a kilt. So, because I really would just like to get the mud off this, but it may just be worse mud. Hey, APG, how are you, girl? Well, we love your Taylor, and I hope that her wedding, I hope that whenever it happens, everybody gets to come. Yeah, it was, I have to say, it was a bit stressful during the pandemic, the whole wedding thing. You tried to talk Taylor just going to the courthouse or visiting her, but she wouldn't do it. Aww. She has wedding PTSD. Girl, I understand that completely. You know what? It's like, if you guys could have seen my daughter, I felt so bad for her because her friends were all coming from Vermont She went to high school in Vermont. Even though we lived in Hawaii, she went to boarding school in Vermont. So all her friends were coming, and my sister and brother-in-law were coming, and just a lot of people. And I think it was maybe the week, I don't know if it was the week prior to her wedding that they shut Hawaii down. So she was just like, forget it. She was like, forget it. I might have wedding PTSD if that happened to me too, but guys, all I need is a little bit of masking. You know, I know this kind of looks muddy, but it's going to look great as a background. I think so. I mean, it looks kind of like a worn, weathered, like it fell in the dirt. Like it fell in the dirt. And I just spent all the money. I just paid to do it, right? I just spent all the money on the paint to make it look like dirt. Oh my gosh. Well, prayers for her, Shannon. We love you and we love her. And I know that when it finally does happen, it'll be a joyous occasion. But have you guys gone over and seen Shannon's latest videos? She's got some good ones up. And girl, we are glad you're back. We're always in the Shannon Green. We are always in the Shannon Green court. We are always fans of whatever you choose to do. All I wanted to do was try to get some of the crusty paint that's probably been on this jelly plate. Hey, Miss Malia. It's probably been on this jelly plate for a good long time, since the last time you saw me jelly print, which was what, a year ago? Well, no, you guys, my life has been like so ridiculously chaotic as far as like moving, jobs, all that stuff. But I'm kind of liking the mud, though. I mean, I think it'll be a really cool background when it dries. I kind of actually really like the mud. I need some packing tape is what I need. And pull all this grunge off my jelly plate. I hope this convinces you guys you don't need any special tools. And I know some of you guys have made your own jelly plates. I, however, have not. I made one a trillion, skillion, zillion years ago. And I don't know. It kept like getting weird and goobery and falling apart. So I said, forget it. And I got a good one. I mean, I bought one. Oh, girl, we miss you. We love you. You're our inspiration. I think, how many of you guys can pipe in right here and say, Shannon, she's inspired you to make a glue book for no reason, to make a version of Big Bertha, right? You don't even want to think what's stuck to your jelly plate. It's been too long. Yes, right, APG? Right? Shannon made it cool for me to make composition. You guys, somewhere in my stuff, I followed along and made with one of Shannon's videos. It was like a little storage container made from a composition book, and it's still one of my very, very favorite things I've ever made, and that was all because of Shannon. Right? Anne says me. See, journaling by fives. Yes, Cassandra. Right? See, Shannon? Guys, I think I'm going to just have to give up about trying to get all the goo off of this, and it's just going to be gooey or whatever. It's just going to be a goo mess. It'll just be what it is. Well, that's what it was called. And Jennifer says me. See, girl, we love you. You guys got to go over and watch her one that she did, her jelly plate with inks. And you know what, Shannon? I actually went to Hobby Lobby. Guys, I have not actually, I went for the first time, you guys, the first time in 12 years to Hobby Lobby the other day. And it was all because one of you guys in our group said to me, oh, the gesso's on sale. And I was like, ooh, I need some gesso. And so I went, I got some gesso, but I got those little alcohol inks that you were showing. They were on sale for 99 cents. So I got those. I don't know the brand of them. So I was like, I need to do that. I need to alcohol ink with my jelly plate, and I'm gonna try these. I don't know. I think I've done these before on it. These are faux. They're faux gelatos. These are like the kid version, the cheap kid version of gelatos. But I'm gonna try them. Let's see how they work on here. So I'm telling you guys, I'm grateful that their Hobby Lobby's not so close to me, because I might like be addicted to go and see what's on clearance all the time. Because living in Hawaii, there are no craft stores. There's like a Ben Franklin. And you guys remember when Ben Franklin was like Ben Franklin? It's still kind of old like that, right, Val? Although Val probably had a better one on Oahu than I had. So these are my faux gelatos, my cheap crayons. What's hilarious? Journaling for no reason. I know, right? And Leslie says her too. Your son, what? Your son thinks Shannon's an alcoholic? What? What? Are you insane? You were laughing so hard the other day because my son came down and he only heard her saying, I need more alcohol. I need more alcohol here. Oh, that's right. And in a pipette, and I want to splatter the alcohol here and let it run. Oh my God, that's so perfect. Oh my God. You guys, that is perfect. That is so perfect. Your son, I need some more alcohol. And you were laughing. Yes. One of you guys' children sent me a card one year, and it was so sweet. And they said, I just want to thank you, because every Tuesday and Friday, my mom laughs until she pees in her pants. Thank you. It was from somebody's teenager. And I was like, you guys, I felt so blessed, because we were laughing about, who knows, probably me crafting with trash is what we were laughing about. Or who knows, we were laughing about the weird people that come and spam in an old lady crafting, right? An old lady crafting. Oh my God. He was like, Mom, what are you watching? Oh my God. Several. I know they don't have you know what? Our Ben Franklin was not good. Okay. It just wasn't. Our Ben Franklin was not good. Maybe I'll just try this. Maybe I'll put a little water on it. See if I can get some little water on the gelatos. Get a little water action going. Yes. See, my kids are always making fun of me. They said, Mom, we don't have to worry about when you get old, because all we need to give you is a glue stick and a magazine and you'll be good. It reminds me back in the day when you used gin transfers on polymer clay. That's right. So you kept a bottle of gin in your art room. Jason was convinced you were secretly day drinking. Oh my gosh. Yes. You guys, you couldn't even find isopropyl alcohol on Maui. If you wanted it, you had to go get a bottle. If you wanted anything like it, you had to go get a bottle of vodka. So I was making some sprays. Did you guys watch Lisa, My Eclectic Life? I know I've mentioned it a bunch of times, but her coffee, paper, and more, her little dyeing things that she does. Well, I had made myself my own alcohol inks, and some of them were kind of low and dried out. So I was like, oh, and this was me making my daughter's wedding book, you guys. Remember, I made her a wedding book. I made her a wedding book. Anyway, so we had no isopropyl alcohol. So I was using vodka, you guys. I was using vodka. I used vodka and mixed it with my homemade alcohol inks. But you know what? It dried and it didn't smell. You know, a bottle of house vodka for household uses. Oh my God, Malia. No, but I mean, I think I told you guys when I was making the video, because when you make the papers, you scrunch them up, right? And then you spray them. And I was like, ooh, so I had her wedding book. If you sniff it too hard, I don't think it smelled, but maybe it did. He keeps his expensive $40 vodka in the freezer. Oh, I got it a little too wet, but that's okay. We'll grab another paper. You know, you guys, since I have like been in my ridiculous wrecking moment or whatever, my stomach has been weird or whatever, because I can't drink. I told you I went to my friend's birthday and they all had a sip. You guys, no, did not sit well with me. I think I just have to stick with sweet tea and be good with that. Especially if you copy that paper and it smells like blood. You keep your Tito's in the freezer. Well, good for you. You guys, back in the day, I can make a mean vodka and tonic, but I have to tell you guys, my days of drinking them are gone. You guys, I don't know what it is. I just can't. It's like it just doesn't work with me. I can't drink either. You still have a bottle of Everclear that you use for disinfectant? Oh my gosh, that's so funny. You guys, I'm from Texas. So like when I was in high school, people used to drink that Everclear. People would really seriously drink that Everclear. I don't know how, but they did. Cassandra is the polymer clay queen. Cassandra, have you ever used gin on your polymer clay to transfer designs? People still do? Girl, I'm old. You guys, I'm old. I can't drink anymore. I really can't. I mean, I tried to like be all cool and be all social with my friends, but let's just face it, I just was not. They were just they're probably like whispering aside and going, "That's okay. She's really old." That's probably what they were whispering, but that's all good. It is all good. You drank Everclear when you made punch with it? Oh, girl. Because my grandmother used to make moonshine when I grew up. Guys, I told you that I'm a hick. My grandmother used to make moonshine, okay? She swore by it, my dad's mom. She swore by it. Like if you had a cold, she'd give you a teaspoon of that. If you had a stomach, she'd give you a teaspoon of that. Ugh. I'm telling you. Guys, I may have to relent and just wipe it all off with a baby wipe or turn my plate over until I can find some clear tape. This is what I get. Hey, Miss Jean Peter, how are those babies? You guys, Miss Jean Peter, her daughter just had twins. She just gave birth to twins, and we are so happy for you, girl. Congratulations. Guys, I'm destined for only grand cats and grand dogs. My kids told me they're not having any kids. And Blake's kids told him that too. So, but we have 5 kids between the two of us. You think we could have one grandchild, but no. It's all good. Blake said he would take out an ad somewhere and say, we just need to borrow one grandchild. White Lightning Moonshine is just wicked. Oh my God. I don't know what she made it out of, but I'm telling you, it was like, I never learned that secret. I'm sure one of my cousins did, but I never did. Bye, Shannon. Love you, girl. You guys go on over and check out her newest video. It's super awesome. Thanks for stopping by. And thanks for all the updates on Mr. Victor Crafter. It has really been, that's been really wonderful for me personally because I love him and I'm really glad that you're in touch with him. And you give Taylor our love and you tell her when her time's right, it'll happen. Don't worry, someone will slip up. I don't know. The babies are so good. But they just took her in for blood pressure. Oh no. Oh, prayers, Miss Jean Peter. Oh, girl. Guys, one of my kids last week, in the midst of my mother-in-law passing, one of my kids was in the hospital last week. And I have to tell you, it was so stressful for me because, I wasn't anywhere near. It was just, last week was I definitely needed a do-over. Okay. I definitely needed a do-over from last week. So I am very grateful that this week has been much better. Last week was last week I had to I don't know. Last week was too much. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can pull any of this off. If not, I'm going to have to I could turn my jelly plate over and paint on the other side. I guess it doesn't really matter. Eventually it all comes up. You can't drive. Oh, no, I get it. If anyone needs a baby cuddler, I've been wanting to cuddle babies. I know, right? It's like, you guys, it's so hard for me. We found this really great house and it has all these rooms and everything. And I said, wouldn't this be like a perfect baby's room, like a perfect grandchild's room? And he's like, oh no, And we have friends that have little kids. He's like, we just need to call our friends' grandchildren that live near us, but they don't live near them. And he's like, maybe we just need to go borrow them. I said, maybe. So we've got this big old house and lots of room, but no grandchildren. You don't want more babies. You just want to cuddle them. I get it, girl. Oh, Jean, I'm sending you healing love and Aaron healing love. And you guys, please keep Shannon's sweet niece in your prayers. She is, I think she said she's only 24 and she has a pacemaker or something like that. I don't know. I think that's what she said. But don't quote me on it. But, it's really, I feel like I've had a lot of life, 24 to have that kind of scare is hard. And they don't want children because they know I'll spoil them and send them home. I don't know. Dania, you know what? My oldest daughter, who just turned 30 a couple days ago, she told me that she just said, Mom, this world's just too scary to have children. Now, I think we probably all had that feeling one time or another, right? But we still had kids. Anything to do with your heart is. Yes. Oh, gosh. Did you guys, yeah, we definitely, big love and prayers. We're definitely praying for for Shannon's niece, Kaylee, and for Jean's daughter, Erin, who just had twins. And for anyone, and Mr. Victor Crafter, who we all love. And, I can't even imagine what he's going through either. Guys, I understand why my kids don't want to have children. Doesn't mean I kind of hope one of them will, but hey, it'll be what it is. You felt that way too? I did too. I felt that way too. I felt that way when I had kids, but you know what? I had them anyway, so I don't know. As you can tell, I haven't jelly printed in a long time, and I don't have all my tools, and I really just wanted this to get clean, but I guess it's not going to get clean. Sometimes if you have really heavy watercolor paper, which I don't have up here, and you use it, it will pull up everything. It'll pull up all the crusty paint that you have below. But you guys, this thing has been, I probably haven't jelly printed on this really big one in a year, maybe longer. We love you, Jean. So you guys, if you guys want to see the coolest giveaway, coolest sweepstakes that I think Defy's had in a long time, head over to that link that Jean put right there in the description box. That is for the Defy auction sweepstakes, and it's a boho kit, and it is gorgeous, amazingly gorgeous. And it's $5 a chance. And it goes to a good cause, you guys. It goes to the Disabled Artists Foundation. So if anybody's interested, head over with that link that she put there. And yeah. And by a chance. Yeah, I see your comments, Carrie. We love you, Jean. Let us know how Erin is. Okay, guys, this is my jelly plate mess. But you know what's so cool about them is even if I don't like the pieces themselves, like as a whole, I can cut them up and they look amazing. They really look amazing. But then you thought of one day my children might help to solve some of the world's problems. Oh, that's a really good outlook. And I tried that on my daughter. She was like, no. I can imagine for them it seems incredibly scary. I'm going to let it sit here for a minute. This paper's so thin it may pull up some of the paper. So what are you girls going to work on? Okay, so I've got to make that wedding. I've got to make a couple of books, a wedding book, and I have been working on my junk journals. I have them downstairs. I've been working on those junk journals. Let's see, I think that looks great on a piece of magazine paper, and I would cut a piece of it off and use it in one of my collages. The same way I think this looks, I mean, it's not exactly how I wanted it, but like, look, this will be great in one of my collages, right? I think so. So I think so. So I have those books to work on. I still am going to work on my quilts. I have not gotten my sewing station set up. I have the sewing machine. He brought it up here, but I've got to get like light and some stuff over there by it. Your oldest son is a scientist working in cancer research. Oh, that's beautiful, Anne. Anne, that's so awesome. Guys, I was so excited that I got so much accomplished today. Don't you love it when you have days like that, when you've been like waiting forever to like do something and you keep putting it off? And can you bring scissors to fussy cut? Maybe if there are little children, juvenile scissors that don't have a point on them. That when I did jury duty, and it was not recently, you guys, but when I did jury duty, they made a lady. They wouldn't let a lady with her knitting needles. They wouldn't let her bring her knitting needles. They took them away from her. She was so upset. I would be upset too if I was counting on my knitting needles, but what can you do? All right. Let me see if I can clean some of this off. If you brought like those little tiny, hey, Marsha. If you brought those little tiny scissors, you know I'm talking about, they're like blunt scissors. They've let me take those on a plane before. So I don't see why they wouldn't let you take them in. But you know what, Jamie? Call them and ask. I mean, hell, you know, or look online. So maybe they have some sort of like, some sort of thing like where they'll tell you. Guess I definitely need that packing tape. Why didn't I bring any? I don't even know if I have any. Oh, I think Blake does. Let me call him. I know he does because he just mailed out a bunch of packages. Let's see if I can get a piece of packing tape from him. Hopefully he'll answer his phone. Your granddaughter is graduating in May with a biomedicine. She's hoping to make a cure for anything. Oh my gosh, Dania, that's beautiful. Well, I guess I can quit whining about grandchildren. They are not happening right now. Maybe in my head they will. Oh my God, APG, that is brilliant news. That is such great news. Hey, can you bring me a roll of your packing tape? Okay, the clear one. All right, I love you. Bye. Guys, my house is so big that if I yelled for him, nobody hears us. I'm yelling all the time, and I'm just yelling at myself. He said he's going to bring me some packing tape, so I'll be able to get this goober off, and then I can start over. Oh, that is such good news, APG. That thrills me. Thank you for sharing that. You like this pearl white paint? Yeah, you guys, these are like the cheapest ones. This is like metallic pearl white. I think it was $1 at the big box store. Jamie, we are celebrating with you, APG. That is such great news. Thank you, sweetheart. I need to clean my jelly plate, and
It's as clear as it gets.
that's fine. I just need to clean my jelly plate. And tape is the best thing to clean it with. Did you know that?
Didn't know.
Now you know. Like you knew everything you wanted to know about crafting with trash, right?
So you peel it up and it sticks to the tape.
Yeah. Remission is a blessing. I'm so happy for you. That is like the best news I have heard. Oh my gosh. Thank you for sharing that with us. We're celebrating with you, girl. That is so good. Oh my gosh, you guys. Somebody asked me the other day what I've been doing. I said, you want to know the truth? He said, yes. I said, praying a lot. I'm sure that's not exactly what they wanted to hear. But I said, praying a lot. I said, because this world needs it. And I said, and that's the only way I can cope. So I'm so happy. That is such good news. All right, let's see. If I burnish this down enough, will this come up? Oh, he may be able to get it. Oh, my God. Oh, APG. That is so good. So good. So good. That is such good news. Okay, maybe I can clean off this terrible mess on my jelly plate. You've been painting bisque nativity scenes. Oh, I love that. Your mom picked up at a garage sale. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, it only works as good as your tape is. And this is not, even though this is Scotch packing tape, this is not great packing tape. It doesn't have a lot of sticky to it. Because I may just have to give up on this popsicle stand. I love that. I love hand painted nativity scenes. I love all that sort of stuff. Okay, guys, look, this tape has no sticky to it. Guys, just gonna have to live with the schmoogie on this thing. So besides my lace and fabric, I didn't get a ton of fabric. You guys, I probably should have gotten more, but I was like so overwhelmed. I was just kind of like, have you guys just been in a place where you're like, it's really beautiful and amazing, and you're just like, do I really need all this? Guys, this always works for me. This is not good packing tape. This is like crappy packing tape. And it's Scotch brand. Usually that's a good one. But it's not. Try wrinkling the plate, kind of scrape it. Yeah, I can try that. That's a good idea. I usually get really good results with this one. Is just, I could turn it over and use the other side. The other side's clean. Look how dirty this one is, you guys. Can you see all the layers underneath? This is the clean side. This is the dirty side. But it usually comes off. You guys, I don't usually have such a hard time. Guys, this is like ridiculous. You missed water on yours. Mine has a little water, Trish. How are you, girl? Jamie, thank you for that really good news. I needed some good news. Do you guys ever like sometimes go, I just need some good news. I need some really good news. I need some good news. So After I get it, can clean it. Yeah, I guess that's it. You guys, I don't usually have to. But I guess this is what I get for leaving the paint on there for probably more than a year. Okay, probably more than a freaking year. I'm sure of it because I have a bunch of other jelly plates too. This was just the one I found. You guys, I've never had it not come off the tape. That is just so weird. Yeah, I could soak it. I could soak it. I could just also turn it over and just use the other side. You're up for really good news. Thanks, APG. I know we all needed some really good news. We all needed some really good news. So this is what not to do with your jelly plate. Do not leave paint on it for a whole year like me. And then think that it's just going to come up. Try hand sanitizer. I will, Cassandra. I was just hoping I'd be able to get it to come up so that I could get, because I like the crusty layers of it. Like, I like it when the crusty layers come through. But this tape isn't good either. Oh, man. I'm so happy. I am so happy for you. That is such a good news. Val got a new house. That is great news. Dania just celebrated her 74th birthday, and that's fabulous news. And Jamie Love You More had some really good news too this week. She had something that had been in the brewing that worked out perfectly in her favor. So that's awesome. My daughter got out of the hospital, which was awesome. And acts like nothing ever happened. And I got all those wallpaper books and some cool lace. A whole bag of it, guys. I'm so excited. And a cool wedding dress. It's really nice. It is nice to celebrate good news. I'm telling you. See, now, wouldn't that have just been cooler if it came off on the damn paper? But no, it did not come off on the damn paper. It did not come off. I was hoping, you know what? If you guys get that Martha Stewart paint, I don't know. I'll have to find it. I don't know where mine is. And I bought it. I think I bought it. Might have bought it at Ben Franklin, if you want to know the truth. In the oh, Leslie, that's awesome. Your husband had a clean PET scan on Wednesday. Woo! That is fabulous. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That is such fabulous news. But I was going to tell you, if you get that Martha Stewart metallic paint, I will find it. I have it like in copper. I think I have it in gold. I have it in silver. It's not expensive. I don't even know if they sell it anymore. But it will pull all of this dried jelly plate nonsense off. That is so good. Hi, Kim. How are you, girl? Oh, my gosh. What great news. Thank you guys for sharing some great news. I needed that. I really needed that. I needed that. Oh, that's right. You guys, make sure you guys go over and watch. Is it on Animal Planet, Jamie? You guys know that Jamie Love You More has a special needs dog, right? Her name is Khaleesi. She was born with cleft palate. She's a beautiful dog. If you guys went over to the Crafting Mamas group, she's the dog that holds a flashlight. Do you guys remember that? Like the video where she shows you like the dog is afraid of the dark, so she taught her how to carry her own flashlight so she can go outside at night, so she can go to the potty. Which is brilliant, Jamie. That is brilliant. So her episode is going to be airing on the 9th on Dr. Jeff's Rocky Mountain Vet. And it's on Animal Planet, Season 8, Episode 3, Little Puppy Big Heart. Aw, the flashy doggy. I know, right? Oh, my gosh. Well, it's coming up a little bit, you guys. This is my... Oh, yay. It is coming up a little bit more. The flashlight trick is awesome, right? She's scared of the dark. She's a special needs dog. She's so cute. She is just the cutest. Jimmy, how many surgeries has she had? She's had a lot. Are cleft palates common in dogs? Like I don't know anything about cleft palates. Well, it's coming a little bit cleaner. Let me see. What kind of paint could I put down on this and then it might all come up? That's why I tried the white. I thought the antique white would work, but it didn't. I'm going to try it again. Maybe I'll try this one. Maybe this one's better. This one's a different shade of antique white. You see movement in this gel. Girl, this is what I get. And then I put paint all over it. This is what I get. It's set. You guys, I think I have 6 jelly plates. I have little tiny ones, which I love. I have that, I think it's a 4x6 one, or it's a 2x3. It's like a little small one. I love that. How many of you guys have that kind of a jelly plate? It is awesome. It's like a little tiny one. And then I have a circle one, and I have this one, and then I have like a regular 8x10. This one's a 12x12. Maybe heavy acrylic. Trish, I don't even know where my stuff is. I had to count on Hottie to go find me my stuff. He at least knew where some of it was because he unpacked, like when he shipped a bunch of stuff to himself, and in that shipment he put a few things of mine in it. And so he put it upstairs when it came on the 3rd floor. These big huge boxes of his stuff. You guys, I craft with like 50-cent paint. He paints with paints he makes himself, you know. He makes his own pigments and everything. So his paints are super expensive. Like his brushes are really expensive. Mine are like the cheap, crappy ones. His are like, I told you one year I bought him a birthday. He wanted this brush for his birthday, and it was like $150, but I had a coupon. So I got him for like, I don't know, 100, I think. He paints with real cool things. Oh no, they had told you to put her down. Well, he bought me this really big one. He bought me this 12x12 one. I wasn't going to buy it, but that's the one thing. Our Ben Franklin occasionally have like a coupon, a 40% off coupon, and I can't remember how much it was. It was more than I would have spent, but he bought it, so I wouldn't have spent it. But I think they're probably much cheaper now because I've had it for a good long while. I have like all these jelly plates. I don't know what it is about jelly plates and jelly printing, but I have a friend and she only likes the ones she makes. I didn't have the same experience with my homemade jelly plate. My homemade jelly plate got like goobers in it. It was just weird. Yes, I agree. Sometimes dogs just need love and a good vet. I agree 100%. I agree 100%. Now, see, even though this one's not great, I like it because I would use it in a collage. Like I like the bits of, you know, dark and light and crusty things. I like it, and I would cut it up and use it in a collage. Aww, that's so beautiful, Jamie. That's so beautiful. Oh, APG, I'm so happy for your husband. Oh my God, girl. You guys made my night. You really made my night. I needed some good news, and you guys have delivered, and I'm so happy. That is just so awesome. That is just so awesome. Sometimes you just need a little good news. Sometimes you just need a little good news. Guys, my house tour is going to be delayed. Oh my God. I told you guys my friend went and got a bunch of stuff from my sister's house for me that my sister had in storage for me. I think it's coming. I don't know if it's coming tomorrow or if it's coming on Sunday. So I don't even know where I'm going to put it. I don't even know. Like I finally got the downstairs where I feel like it's like better, like it's because I inherited all this furniture from Blake's family, and I'm grateful. Not my style at all, but I'm grateful because I didn't have to go buy a bunch of stuff right away. And then my sister gave me a bunch of stuff, and I don't know. I'm gonna have to let some of it go. I just haven't figured out what. Kind of wanted to live with it a little bit, but you know how that goes. There was no question that you were going to put her to sleep. She just had a hole that needed fixed in her mouth, and she was eating and gaining weight and in great shape, other than her cleft palate. Oh, that's so beautiful. Well, some of it's coming up, just not enough for my taste. Yeah, a good bet. Yeah, that's amazing. That's awesome, Jamie. Maybe I will put a little water on it and let's see what I can do. I have that brush. I have my Shannon Green brush. Isn't that sweet of her to stop by and say hi to us, you guys? She's so awesome. You guys go check out her videos. She's got some really cool new videos out right now. And I think right now we all could use like a little, like we need fun. So I used to tell my kids, we need some FUN fun. Yep, she can bark, but she rarely does, right? Because barking is a learned behavior, and she has had human puppy siblings. So she barks sometimes and scares herself. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. All right, let's see. Let's see how this might be a little too wet. Okay, this is what not to do with your jelly plate. I like that. Or if you just want to like play and have fun and try to get your paint that's been on there for a year or more. Because I think this paint has been on there for a much longer than a year. The dried paint, not the new paint, but that I just put on. But you'll all need lots of therapy if she figures out she's a dog. She thinks she's human. Oh, I love that. I think our dog does too. Our dog takes up the whole bed. Our dog is a bed hog, you guys. She is tiny. She weighs like 8 pounds. And I got up the other day. Blake's barely hanging on. Oh, Trish, I'm so sorry. I mean, the flowers sound beautiful, but I'm so sorry for your loss. This week has been a lot of that. Our poor little dog, she thinks that she is like, seriously, like when I was leaving today, she was like so upset because I didn't like take her with me. And you guys, we do take her with us sometimes, but I was going to be gone. I didn't know how long I was going to be gone. I did not want to deal with it. She thinks she takes up the whole bed. She's like a bed hog. She is like, Blake and I both are sleeping barely on a side of the bed. You know what I mean? She's taking up all the bed. We're like, how can this tiny dog take up so much room? I will let it sit for a little while. I'm just a little afraid with this paper, Cassandra, because it's so thin, but I can let it sit. You're probably right. If I had a piece of watercolor paper, it'd work better. But it's okay. I'm having fun anyway. I'm having fun making a mess. Trish, I love you, girl. You have the best outlook on things. I agree, Dania. We need as much love as we can get and as much fun. You're washing dishes and cleaning up. Did you have a good birthday yesterday? You know what I mean? You have Champ, who's 78 pounds, Molly, 38 pounds, and me, like Johnny. I get it, girl. Oh my God, Blake and I are like sleeping on the side of the bed. It's like, it was like so funny. He sleeps on his side. I got my side, and the dog takes up the whole rest of the middle. You have a blind little poodle. My dog's blind too, Carrie. We did not realize it. She was a rescue. She did not have the best for the first 3 years of her life, but she has got a great life for the last 3 years. Kalishi should be 80 to 90 to 100 pounds. She's 40, but she's healthy. Ah, she's just petite. Well, that's good. All right, what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to put some more paint down. I'll pick a different color. Maybe I'll pick this black. And then I'm going to let it dry a little bit. And then I'm going to put some paper down. And we're going to pray that some of this stuff comes up. Please, you can let go. You can let go of this surface. You can let go. You do not have to hold on. You can let go of this surface. Try alcohol ink. I just don't have any here. You guys, in this little room, I have some fabric. I have my sewing machine. I have a couple boxes, but I don't have any. Blake had to go find my. Bye, APG. Love you, girl. You leaving? We love you. Good to see you. We love you. You guys head on over. APG, when are you live next? Is it this Thursday? Go over and join her channel, APG Jamie. She does live streams on Thursdays in the daytime. I can't remember the exact time, but if you join her channel, hit the notification thing and the bell, you'll when I'm home, I'll watch. Jamie, you give your husband a big hug and kiss from all of us and tell him congratulations. He is in our prayers, and we are so happy for him. So happy. We love you, girl. I'm so happy for you. That was the best news, you guys. I've needed some good news. I know you guys did too, right? It's like we all need some good news. And for all of you guys that know our friend, Mr. Victor Crafter, he is in the Ukraine. He lives in the Ukraine. And thank you, Jamie. That's APG's channel. You guys go over and join it. You will love her. You will love her. He's in the Ukraine, and so far the fighting hasn't come to him. But I think people are like sort of doing commemorative like Ukrainian art and sending like or tagging Shannon on Facebook, and then thank you, Tanya. That's so sweet. And tagging Shannon on Facebook and so he can see it, or doing a video response. If you guys go over and check out her videos that she's made, it's really quite lovely. Oh, you're so sweet, Tanya. What did you say? Oh my God, Molly goes in circles under your covers, right? We have the same issue. You guys, we have the same issue. Our dog definitely, like, she thinks she is human. And you guys, if we have a snack, she thinks she has to have a snack. So like Blake he eats like nuts all the time, like peanuts and whatever. And whenever he's like having anything, she's like right there. Like she's like, where's mine? She's like a trip. But what's so sweet? She went from such a not nice beginning to such a wonderful, she's got a great disposition and she's hilarious. So we love her. I'm going to let this sit for a few minutes. And then if it doesn't come off, you guys, I might move on and do some cutting because I really do need to soak it. If I soaked it in Murphy's oil soap, it would all come off. But you guys, that would have meant I had to be prepared today. Instead, I was out getting wallpaper books. And you know what I was really doing is out socializing. And I haven't done that in so long. So I hadn't done it in so long. It was super nice to just hang out with other people, and got to hang out in her studio, my friend's studio, and then she took me to her friend who has like, her friend makes, I don't know what you want to call them. They're like I guess it's just artwork, but it's like sculptures for the wall, and that's why she had all these crazy fabrics and stuff. And so I bought some from her. Not a lot, but a little. So how many of you guys are going to dive in and attempt a quilt make with me? Actually, mine are going to be Christmas tree skirts, but when my kids come in, that's for them. They won't know. Hopefully they don't. My kids don't watch enough, so that's good. I'm going to make some quilt squares and make them into Christmas tree skirts. And then that's one of my things. And then the other one is I'm making that blanket out of blue jeans, making a rag. You guys could do a small version of making a blue jean rag quilt for my teenage daughter for her bed, because you guys, it's cold here compared to where we come from or where we came from. It's cold here. So I'm going to make that. That is make on. I still got to work on the wedding book. I'm going to work on a couple of junk journals. Obviously my glue book for no reason, because we just have to. You got to work on a t-shirt quilt. Oh, Trish, I have to make one of those too, but I don't have any stabilizer. Guys, I have to get fabric stabilizer. Did you put fabric stabilizer, or did you spray yours with starch? Your dog kicks you in the back or gets right next to you. Ours kicks us out of bed. She's like a trip. She's like tiny. You guys know how big she is? She's like 8 pounds, and she's like a little tiny dog. The nose knows. Oh my gosh. So that I'm making Christmas tree skirts. I'm gonna make 5 of them. Okay, I'm gonna make Blake's son some too, even if they don't want them now. Because you know what I figure out? Like all these years I've been giving them like money. And that's all great and everything. But when we're no longer around, it'd be nice to have something. You got a bolt at Walmart? You got a bolt of stabilizer? Girl, I haven't been to Walmart since I've been here. Blake has been, but I haven't. So I have not been. Well, I don't need any stabilizer for my crazy quilt. If you guys like slow stitching, that's kind of like the crazy quilt to be kind of like that. You started crafting again. With all of you, I needed this. Oh, Dania, we're so happy. We're so happy, Dania. I'm happy for you, girl, and I'm glad you're doing well. Yeah, so I'm gonna make them. I think they're gonna be like crazy quilt Christmas tree skirts. I think that's what they're gonna be. And I haven't quite figured out how big and round yet, because I figure I'm gonna make it square and then I'll cut it round. Yes, I'm a stabilizer stalker and a hoarder since mask making. Oh, that's true. Oh, Dania, you're so sweet. You guys, I actually looked for magazines today when I was out. I did not find one. How stupid is that? I went to, granted, I only went to like 2 thrift stores, but they didn't have any. No magazines, none at all. What did we get at the thrift store? I didn't really get anything. I got one, should have brought it up here. I got one like devotional book that I think I'm going to put in my devotional, my faith journaling packs. I got one devotional book, and Blake got, I don't know, we got like 7 or 8 books. You guys, he's a rare book collector. So he collects like first edition, old book. He collects books that are worth money. I just collect books to cut them up, right? So he got that. And then what did we get at the other thrift store? He got books. I don't think I got anything. Oh, I did, you guys. I got a wedding dress. That's what I told you guys. I got the wedding dress for my friend's daughter's wedding book, which I have to make, which I haven't. But I have till May. Okay, I have until May to make the wedding book. Okay, I should have picked a thicker paper. You guys, it's all about the thickness of the paper. This paper is not thick. And although it works good most of the time, it doesn't work when you're trying to pull everything up from the plate. You've been knitting blankets for your grandchildren? Oh, that's beautiful. You guys, I can crochet. I cannot knit. I do not know what's wrong with me. I cannot knit. I cannot knit. My mother, before she passed, tried to teach me how to knit. I was hopeless at it, you guys. I'm in the hospital with her. She's like, she can knit like a fiend. I'm in the hospital with her when she was going through treatment. And guys, I was like really bad. I couldn't knit. She tried. I can crochet though. Stabilizer stalker. That's a good, that's a good one. That is a good one. Oh, but you know what I am going to do, guys? I am going to plant my dye garden. That is one exciting thing. I did get some. I talked with one of my really good friends who has the most amazing dye garden in California. Of course, it's going to be different than my dye garden because we don't have all those months that, that she has of all that. But she is sending me some seeds. So I'm super excited about that. I don't even know what she's sending me. She has a really amazing dye garden. She is one of the most amazing textile artists I've ever known. And she makes all of her own dyes. And so she's sending me some seeds. I talked with her. So I'm going to plant some of them. Told her to surprise me. So hopefully I'm going to start that. I'll take you guys along the ride. I'm going to plant them inside first. Trying to move on from this plate. I know it doesn't really bother me, Trish, because you know what? I needed some papers for that magazine journal. I could turn it over and use it to jelly plate on the other side, but I was hoping that it would come up. It doesn't really bother me. Is it bothering you, Trish? It doesn't bother me, you guys. It does not bother me that it's not totally coming up. Because, look at this paper. This one I'm going to love. I mean, it has to dry because I got it wet, but that's going to be a fabulous background paper. Look, that is going to be a fabulous, fabulous background paper. And I've got a bunch of them here on the floor that look good, that I like. But I know what I could do. I could just turn it over. I could just freaking turn it over. Freaking turn the jelly plate over. Turn the jelly plate over. Now I have a fresh side to start with. A fresh side. And then I can soak it in some, what do you call it? Murphy's Oil Soap later. This one doesn't look clean, but it is totally, absolutely clean. And I love this. This is my fave. You can't crochet, but your mom did both knitting and it stuck. I think knitting is too hard to learn. I never could knit, but I've seen crochet. Hey, Barb, how are you? I like crusty bits. But you didn't see any? Oh, the whole plate was crusty bits. The whole plate is crusty bits. It'll all come off. If I go down and find the really good packing tape, I'm sure that it'll be good. No, these papers will be great. They'll be great for my journal because I'm not that precious with it all. It'll be great for the journal. My journal, though, the papers will. They'll be super good because they're going to be in that magazine journal. The cookbook that I was going to give to the one of the kids, and then decided after she let go of my rug that took me forever to make. that I wasn't going to give it to her. Were you guys there for that? Made her that t-shirt rug. Oh my God, that took me forever. It was such a labor of love. I cut up all these t-shirts. She was throwing them all away. Cut them all up, and then you just tie them between this will look good on this page. You tie it between the rug, the rug stabilizer, the rug, whatever that rug mesh is that you put so your rugs don't slip. And guys, it took me forever. It was probably And it's not that difficult of a craft, but it took me forever. Oh, that one's going to be good. I like that. I like this hot. I like that hot pink. And that, I like that. And I like the extra texture from the other one. I'm going to let it dry and maybe I'll do another layer. But, oh my God, that thing took me forever. It was like the most ridiculous thing. And Blake made fun of me, guys. He was so funny. He was like, I think maybe you should make her a coaster. He was like, because you guys, first of all, making the t-shirt yarn. Have you guys ever made t-shirt yarn? It's so ridiculous. Cutting up all the t-shirts, making the t-shirt yarn. That was ridiculous. And then after the t-shirt yarn, then you're like cutting it into little pieces. And then you're trying to like stagger it so it won't be like all one, you know what I mean? So it won't be all one color in one space or whatever. And guys, yeah, it took me forever. It took me forever. And even when you tied a ton of it in, and you tied like a lot of it in there, it didn't look like anything. Because anyway, then when she was moving, you guys, I found it in her thrift store pile. Her stuff to give to her store. After that, I was like, this little magazine journal that has taken me quite a long time to actually make. I don't know if I'm going to give it to you because, first of all, she didn't even know it was hers. And second of all, I was like, no. I was like, no, this is like no. Know what I mean, you guys? I was like, no. Gotta have a roll-off book. Everybody has to have a roll-off book. I'm rolling off in my glue book, but roll off wherever you feel like you want some extra love. But anyway, that was my ridiculousness with her. I was just like, How many of you guys have ever had that? Where you like made something and then they were like, oh, find it in the Goodwill pile. You guys and my kids know better, okay? You remember me making it? Guys, it came out really good. It took me forever though to make it. It was like, you guys, that was worse than me making all the silk pajamas for everybody, okay? Silk pajamas were easier. Silk pajamas for 10 people was easier than that damn rug. Okay, so this is like one of the muddy pieces from earlier, but I think it'll be good on here. And I'm not going to let it all lay down because it was like a lot of paint. So anyway, so no, I was like, I was like, we are not, no. I'm like, we're not doing that. So I'm not going to give her that. That little magazine journal took me so long. And you guys, nobody would ever appreciate it unless you've like witnessed me making it. And you'd be like, that took her a really long time. Guys, I'm not a fast maker. How many of you guys are fast makers? I am not a fast maker. I mean, I guess I can be if I had to be, but I'm not a fast maker. Right. I got these. These were like super cheap. I told you guys I got them for like $4. It was like a mini set at Ross. All of them came together. They were like $4. These are like the best painting paper tools. Even if you don't have a jelly plate, they're really great painting paper tools. You guys, this is how sticky the other side of the jelly plate is because it's so unused. I'm just going to cut it up, Barb, and use it in my glue book. The glue book that I may keep for myself. The glue book that I may just keep for myself. You're not a fast make either, Kim? Yeah. Now, let me just preface this. If I had like some big order of something I had to make, barring a junk journal. Okay, we're not talking making junk journals. We're talking like if I had a big jewelry order or something, I would get to it. I wouldn't necessarily dilly and futz and whatever, right? But when it comes to like stuff like, I don't know, when it comes to like making when it comes to making like journals and stuff like that, I'm not fast. I don't know why. I mean, you guys see there's people out there that are super fast. Not this girl. Not this girl. I'm not super fast at it. You either? Well, I enjoy the process too, you guys. It's not just about like the end result for me. It's just the process. It's like the relaxing part of the process, right? It's like that I really enjoy. The relaxing part of like whatever it is. Even like getting all the crusty bits off my jelly plate. You know, it's like, so what? You know? It's just play. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, hopefully this magazine page will do better. Let's see. Hopefully this magazine page. The only thing about doing magazine pages is they're thin. So if we're waiting for an end result, like I just use them in pieces of my artwork. I would never use it as a whole piece of artwork. I might use it as a whole background if I really liked it. You're not fast at anything? Oh, good. Barbara, me either. You only managed to speed up temporarily the journaling by fives. I loved journaling by fives. I should do that again, you guys. I haven't done it in a long time. That was so fun. That was such a fun thing. Because you couldn't really like get so serious about it, you know? You couldn't really like get all like, ooh, I'm so serious about this. You've been up since 4. Love you, Mary Lou girl. Have a good night's sleep. So you guys know, let's see what's going on this weekend. Guys, I don't know what's going on this weekend. Next weekend is the Disabled Artist Foundation auction on Saturday. And if you guys go over to Jean Peters' channel, you can see the really cool boho, sweepstakes. It's like a boho kit. It's super cool. It's super cool. I liked it. And that's next weekend. I may get it together and do a flip through of some of my wallpaper books if I can. You guys, I don't know. I'll show you guys some of my fabric scraps and stuff that I got. Let me try to do that tomorrow. Okay, now it's getting better. Now I'm liking it a little bit more. Yeah, it's getting better. It's getting more better. I don't know what's going on this weekend. Maybe you guys can pipe in and tell me. Somebody's doing something really good that I'm unaware of. We love you, Mary Lou. Sleep well. It is serious fun. I agree with you.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
See, Siri has to pipe in. I got some really good ones, Jen. I'll try to do a flip through of them. You know, I got some good ones, you know. I didn't look through all of them because I was kind of like just trying to be present. But I got some good ones. She saved me some really good ones. Yeah, some colorful ones. I think I might be just as excited about all the lace that I got. I don't know why. I'm not really a lace person, but it seems like I have a lot of projects lately. A couple wedding books, and one of my friends, her daughter's having a first communion, and she wanted to know if I would make her like a little scrapbook. And so I got all this cool lace. I'm like kind of really stoked. And some of it's very vintage. So, and I got that cool wedding dress. You got that wedding dress. I'm like, I think I'm going to dye it. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do to it yet, but I think I'm going to dye it. I think I might tea dye it. I made a bunch of avocado dyed and some, but yeah, I'm liking it a lot better. I'm liking it a lot better. I made some avocado dyed paper and some onion skin dyed paper. And so I still have some of the tea that I made for that. I have a friend that works at a soup kitchen, and she gave me all of these. She brought me, like, I guess they give away food, or like a food pantry kind of thing. And she brought me like bags of onion skins, you guys. And then she brought me bags of avocados that they couldn't sell because they were too ripe. But let me tell you guys, they made some great avocado dye. I was like, wow. There's probably like 25 of them that I made the avocado dye with. Probably some of the pinkest avocado dye I've ever made. But it came out cool. I was like super happy with it. So I made some of that I was going to make it for the birthday book that I didn't get around to doing because you guys know, like, I was just like a mess and just couldn't get the birthday book together. So if I do a video tomorrow, and if there's any of them that you guys want, you just email me and say I want that one, because of the wallpaper books. I'm gonna try to do a video. I'm gonna try. It's my best guess. I'm gonna try. Oh no, freeze them, Cassandra. You can freeze them. I had this bag of mushy avocados in my freezer for a while, and it worked out fine. You guys see, now I'm loving it. And this is not going to be one piece. It'll just be like a piece of, I'll tear a piece off or something. But I'm really liking it now. Jen, I don't know. I'm going to try to do a video of it. So I'm going to try to get up in the morning and do it. So I'm guessing say noon. Say by noon I'll do the video or have the video flip through. I have like 20. There's like 24 or 25 books. It's a lot of them, but some of them are so cool, And I didn't want to be so rude and go, thank you so much for like hooking me up and all the stuff, and okay, see you later. So I didn't really I kind of hung out and didn't really look at them like I would like to. But I'm going to try. Yeah. There's some really cool ones. I'm keeping a few for myself, of course, as I always do. But it's nice to share them with you guys too. She actually invited me to go to an interior designer convention with her, and I was like, oh my God. I said, yes, I will go with you. But I don't know exactly when it is, so she just said, hey, if you're ever interested. And I was like, yes. Yes, yes, and yes. Yes, yes, and yes. She said they'd have all these new product things and all that stuff. I'm like, oh yeah. It's right up my alley. I would love that. This one's got a big black blotch on it. Yes, I dye them with the pits too. I use all of it, Trish. I do. So now I'm liking that better. See, it gets better. It gets better. Yes, Trish, I use the pits. I use all of it to make the tea. The pits and the skin. And the skin doesn't have to be completely clean or anything. It does not have to be completely clean. I just put it all in, cover it with water, and I do a slow simmer. And since I had that huge amount of them, oh my God, it was like a big, huge pot. It looked like a gumbo pot full of avocado tea. Yeah. And then I refrigerate it or freeze it. If you're not going to use it right away, you might want to think about freezing it. And I have a root cellar in this house, so I feel really super lucky because with a root cellar, it stays super cold. So that I felt like winter chicken dinner, right? Because I have that root cellar, so that was super good. So I have that. I have some of it down in the root cellar in big jars. I got I just saved food jars, with lids. That's it. When I used to do it with my class, when I used to do it with the people that when they come for the retreat, I would freeze in ice cube trays the tea, right? Because can you imagine having to make tea for 100 students to dye paper or let them all have a chance at it? That's that's crazy, right? That's just really crazy. So, I don't have my crazy comb. I don't have my crazy, I don't know where it is. That crazy Tupperware thing that I always love to use when I jelly print, but I don't know where it is. So I would just freeze the tea in ice cube trays and then just put it in baggies and double baggie it in my freezer so that it wouldn't get freezer burn, and then write on it, avocado tea or whatever, onion skin tea or whatever, marigold tea, whatever I was to dye the pages with. And it works. And the potency is just as good, even being frozen. Yeah. It's and then you don't have to use it all at once. I need to do some black and white jelly printing. Oh, go for it, Miss Barb. Because I never use my jelly prints just as they are. I just use them as bits and pieces, don't you guys? I just use them as bits and pieces of something. Thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. But anyway, that's what's going on with me. You guys shared so much good news with me. I'm so happy. You guys have made my day. That is so awesome. APG's husband. Oh my gosh, what a blessing, you guys. What a blessing. All of you, what a blessing. I mean, that is just that is so awesome. So, so, so awesome. You guys, I went back and looked at my recycle bank. I did order I did enough, whatever you want to call it, for 7 or 8 magazines, but I've only gotten one. I've only gotten Harper's Bazaar. It looks like I asked for an LA magazine. I asked for some sort of Portland, Oregon magazine. I asked for I don't know, some weird ones, whatever the weirdest ones were there on there I asked for or I signed up for, but I haven't gotten them. So I don't know how that's going to work. Guys, and I sent them to the right address, because at first I was like, well, maybe I sent them to my address in Hawaii. But nope, I didn't. I sent them to my address here, but I just haven't gotten them. So who knows? You know what? And who knows if I'll even get them? I mean, isn't that crazy? I mean, maybe I will or I won't. Isn't that crazy? I don't know. But it was 7 or 8 of them. I was like, I should be getting some magazines before now. But I haven't. And today when I went to the thrift store, I was like, okay, I'm going to find a few. I'll find a few at the thrift store. 0. I was like, okay, I got to go see who's having a library sale, right? I should just look up who's having a library sale. If somebody's having a library sale, then I should be able to get some there. Hey, Dee, how are you? Oh, I appreciate the thumbs up. Thanks, Trish. So come up in your notifications. Hi, Miss Charlene. How are you, girl? Okay. Diana swears by her homemade jelly plate. Diana, do you want to give everybody the 411 about your homemade jelly plate? She likes her homemade jelly plate better than a store-bought one. She's already told me to get my trailer and come and visit her. I'm planning on it. You guys, she lives in Ohio, so we got to go to the world's largest yard sale. The world's largest yard sale. That's what we got to go do. No, but it's just kind of frustrating. I thought, well, I'll just be able to go to the thrift store and they'll have some magazines somewhere. 0. Well, granted, I only went to 2. But I just thought certainly I'd be able to find one. I thought I'd be able to find I don't know what I thought I'd find, but I definitely didn't think it'd be 0. Yes, the world's largest yard sale. It's like, where does it go from, Diana? It goes from like Ohio to where? So Diana is all about the handmade. Why are you about the hand? Give everybody the 411 about why you want the why you like the handmade jelly plate best. Mine had goobers. Okay, mine got goobers in it. How many of you guys had a jelly plate that got goobers in it? Mine got goobers. Okay. Mine was like, I don't know. But I should also preface it by like, I also didn't have a microwave again to like remelt it a bunch of times. So I did it on the stove because that's what I had. So that might be why mine had goobers. I mean, it's still got a good print. I still got some good pulls, but you know. Diana, they want to know what ingredients you used for your homemade jelly plate. And she says the yard sale is on Route 127. Is that where it is? Route 127? Route 127. Oh, I'm liking that one, see? I'm liking it better now. I like it more better. More better. Yeah, share the links. Go for it, girl. Share whatever you want. Guys want to laugh. So today when I went to the thrift store, Blake was looking at books and I was just wandering around. And they had this old file cabinet. It was like a like an old flat file cabinet. And I was like, oh my gosh. And they had all these signs on it that said like stamps and like postage stamps and pictures. And so I was like all excited to look in it. They didn't really have much of anything that I really wanted. See, now I love that. See, I love that. That's me. Anyway, they had this one drawer and it said something like, you must be an adult to open this drawer. And then something else. And then it was like, they were all nude pictures, but they weren't like porn nude pictures. They were like Native American tribe or something, like a woman that was topless or, something like that. But it says, and we can hear you. You guys, the drawer squeaked. Okay. So they could see who was opening the drawer. I never laughed so hard. I was like, oh, this is brilliant. I was like, they have a for adults only. And then we know when you're looking at it, the drawer squeaks. It was so, you guys, I should have taken a picture of the stuff in it. It was so funny. I was like, oh my God. We know when you look in it. It was so funny. It was, you guys, it was like pinup girls from the 30s and stuff like that. It wasn't like, I don't know why they said it was for adult eyes only, but see, now I'm liking this one even more better. See? More better, more better, more better, more better. Anyway, I laughed so hard. I was like, yeah, that was a good one. And then Blake comes by and goes, I didn't hear you open the drawer. Oh my God. It's so ridiculous. I didn't hear you open it. I'm like a teenager moving out of the house. Yes. You guys, I was like, we had to drive 2 hours away to go run some errands. And so we were trying to make the best of it. I was like, let's make this a road trip. And then that's when I said, well, let's go visit my friend because she's been on me. And it was an hour and a half away. And so after we visited her, we went by the thrift store. We went by this thrift store. Blake had read somewhere. They did have lots of really old books, the books that he really likes. You guys, and they're not cheap. They're like, like I try not to, you guys know me, I try not to pay a lot for a book I'm going to cut up. But he collects books, so he pays a lot for books, whereas I don't. So he wanted some. He's on the hunt for these certain art books that he wants, but he hasn't found them yet. Anyway, so we went by there. He did get some books. I don't know what he got though, guys. I didn't really pay much attention because I was too busy wandering around looking at wedding gowns and looked at wedding gowns. I really wanted some fabric, but they didn't have any fabric, which I thought was kind of weird because a lot of thrift stores around here have really cool old funky fabric. You know, it's not necessarily something you would make a dress out of today, but it would be like, I don't know, good for crafting, good for craft projects. No, I was like a teenager playing in the drawers. It was like, and you know, for the first time, like I think I spent my total at the thrift store is 50 cents. Blake, I don't know what he spent. He bought books, $5 or $6. But I only spent 50 cents. Hey, Aunt Beck, how are you, girl? Your mom would get annoyed with my teenagers looking at her coffee table drawers every time they visited her. And last time they opened it, she had a box full of condoms and sex toys, and they never snooped again. Oh, my God. You guys, I was hoping they had some pictures in there. They did not. I should have, you know, it was like stupid. It was like the kind of pictures you see in like National Geographic, you know, of like the Lost Tribe of whatever. It was, yeah. And then some 40s pinups. All right. Which I love the pinups, but I wasn't really even looking at it. It has been a while. I agree. You found a really good recipe. Did you share it? So Ann, Lair, and Deb are going to be jelly printing on Sunday. So there you go. Go over and join Ann and Deb on Sunday for their jelly. I'm sure they're going to do much more orderly jelly printing than me. Okay. You guys, I just have to be myself. I can't be anything else. And I like the weirder, the better. Like I'm not, as you can tell, I never colored in the lines. That would not be my thing. Now, you guys, I like when you get some really cool jelly plate pulls on your tape, and then you can put them in your journals. I like that a lot. Okay, so Diana shared with her DIY jelly plate. That's what she made. And, yep. Thanks, Aunt Beck. How are you, girl? How's Scott? How's everything? Girl, I was thinking of you today because I was in Spartansburg, and if I'd known where your mama lived, I would have stopped by and said hi to her. I would have stopped by and said, hello, Aunt Beck's mama. I had to go to Spartansburg, and then I went to Greenville. That was my day, girl. You're here for the stories. Oh, my God. You guys, my stories, they're horrible sometimes, right? They're just like, because it's like, who in the world does this stuff happen to? Yeah. Blake and I were talking at that store, and this lady, we were talking about pigments, okay? We were talking about pigments because Blake makes all his own pigments. You guys, he's like a serious painter. He's not like a pity pat painter like me. And we were talking about, he had this book, and I don't know if we left it in Hawaii or whatever. And it was this really old book. It's out of print. And so he heard they had some art books at this store, and he had called, and they said they had some. Evidently it wasn't what he wanted. But anyway, he knows how to make all his own pigments, and he makes all his own varnishes and whatever for his oil painting, right? And it's a real art. So he had a book that it was really super old, out of print, that had some painting things that he'd made before. Painting, recipes? I don't know what it's called. And so he was kind of on the lookout. We've been on the lookout for one. I'm sure we'll find one eventually. Anyway, so we were standing there talking about paints, and he was telling me where he had bought paint. We used to live in New York City, mind you, simultaneously, but we did not know each other. Like, this was like years before we even met. And so we were talking about it, and then we started talking about this guy, and it got kind of weird because I said, well, I knew his partner, and Blake used to buy paints from him, and I used to help the old guy with some paperwork. Like, anyway, it was like a long story. I met him through a friend of a friend, and one of those things, and he was an amazing. He died not that long ago, and he's just world renowned for making his own pigments, and I used to help him do his bookkeeping. Anyway, so we were talking about that. It was something we had never really talked about before. He's like, you were there? And I said, yeah. I said, I was there all the time. I said, every week, once a week, I would help him because he was super old. And he was a friend of mine who was a famous painter. And it was like a whole thing. It was like one of those things like, oh, I'll do it. You know how like you volunteer for stuff and later on you're like, why did I volunteer for that? So we were talking about it. And I guess a lady overheard us. And we were just talking about like how you would go into his studio, this guy's studio, and he would be just like had pigments all over him. You guys, some of that's toxic, you know? And I said, no kidding. And I was like, I used to wear a respirator, like a mask, like a face mask, because I don't want to breathe it all in. Anyway, we were just talking about, and this lady, I guess, was overhearing us. And she goes, you two are very interesting. I was like thinking, no, we're just like, you know what I mean? It's like, I guess we were kind of like kids, you know, because we were like, wow, we're out or we have to run errands, but like we're doing something fun too, you know? It was kind of like that. So she was like listening. And then I'm sure she heard him say, well, I didn't hear you open that. I didn't hear it squeak when you opened it or whatever he said about the dirty pictures. Three 6-ounce bottles. Okay, so what did you, let me read that. 2 boxes of gelatin. 2 boxes of gelatin, 3 bottles of glycerin. Do not use other types with water and alcohol. They will get yucky. This recipe is a permanent plate that can be remelted. Are you using a DIY? No, this is not a DIY. This is like that 12 by 12 super expensive one. Blake bought it for me a couple of years ago. What size glycerin, Diana? 3 6-ounce bottles. Okay, cool. Hey, Barb, how are you, girl? I'm sorry I missed you today. I was out running errands. How was Drama-Free Friday? I don't know. This is not a speedball. You guys, what is the really big 12 by 12 one? I don't know what it is. What is it? Is it jelly? Is it jelly arts? Is it jelly? Because I don't know what it is. You guys, it was the really big 12 by 12 one that they had at our Ben Franklin. You guys remember, I lived in Hawaii. They don't have like a lot of stuff. So it was whatever the one was there. It was drama-free. Oh, girl, I'm so glad. I'll go back and watch the replay. I got up this morning and I actually went and picked up wallpaper books, 24 wallpaper books, and then went to this friend of a friend has been asking me to like come and hang out with her. And I have not felt like it, but today I did. Barb was awesome. She's always awesome. So Diana's saying she does not put water in her jelly plate. She puts just glycerin. And she sent you, hey, Diana, post it in our Crafting Mamas group too. I mean, post the how-to. So I'm sorry I missed you today. I thought, guys, I really didn't know I was going to even go out. Blake has been working. He's been working. I told you guys that he has like he's doing this business with a friend. Did I tell you guys all about that? The guy with the chickens that we had to like deal with the chickens and all that. Remember the chicken laid the eggs and then Blake's like, oh, the chicken laid the eggs hatched and Blake's like, oh, the eggs hatched in the incubator and I'm like, oh, they can last 24 hours and he's like, come look at it. And then I said they had feathers because he had checked it 4 days before. Guys, this is my freaking life. Chicks can you really should only leave them like 36 hours max in an incubator once they've hatched. So Blake looked at them 4 days before. So who knows how long they've been in there because they had feathers, like not just the little fuzz. I will clean this off later, you guys. I'm going to do some cutting for a little bit. My papers are all wet sitting here on the floor. So this is the one, Diana. I don't know. It's a 12 by 12 jelly plate. Whoever makes that one. I don't know if it's Jelly Arts. I don't know who it is, you guys. Do you guys know? This is the 12 by 12 one. anyway, so he's doing this business. So I haven't seen him. He has not been around. Okay. He has been like working, and we're getting ready to come into the season. It's big tourist season here soon. And so they have a big, huge, this guy has a big, huge farm, and he has made some sort of like camping spots. He's got like an Airbnb campground, and he's got all kinds of stuff, you guys. And he and Blake are like doing it together. And I'm happy for him because, it's really good. But I haven't seen him. So when he came today, and he said, I thought, so I had to go run this errand, and I asked him to go with me, but I didn't know he'd be gone all day, but he did. And we spent the day together. So that was really nice. So I missed you, Barb. Not on purpose. I didn't even know I was going to even be gone. I knew I needed to run the errand, but guys, I don't like driving with big trucks. Okay. I'm a big weenie. I am a big weenie. Okay. So I just rolled off into this little book, but I don't want it to stick together. So let me see if I can find something to put down on it. I don't have any wax paper. See, you guys, this is like how stupid my life is right now. I'm going to put this. I'll put my piece of Tyvek in it. I am feeling 1,000% better, Barb. I'm finally feeling back to my old self. Yes. Thank you for asking. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling normal. It's kind of scary, but I'm feeling normal. I'm not taking it for granted though. I'm like, guys, he's been packing for beds. He needs some alone time. No, he's been working. He's like, he really, he loves his business partner. They're like two peas in a pod. He really loves him. The two companies have the same formula. I don't know which one I got, Diana. He has been packing for months. He really does need. You just don't think they look thick enough. The jelly plate is a different surface. Okay, well, there you go. Yeah, you can make your jelly plate any size. You can put it in a flat container. Yeah. Normal is overrated. Oh, you guys. But I'm just saying, for me, I did not realize how sick I really was. Guys, I did not. I really did not. I was not well. I was worn out, and I wasn't well. I'm going to look and see what's in here. February 2015. So I did not know that I was as unwell as I was. But I'm still on my incredibly bland diet because I'm not taking any chances. I have started drinking some tea and some coffee. That's it. Electrolyte drinks, water. That cherry thing that you told me to get, Barb, I've been drinking it every day. Drinking that cherry juice. It doesn't taste so bad. I was expecting something bad, but it wasn't. But it was good. And I've been drinking that. But I'm still on my very bland, the blandest possible diet. That is, guys, I really wish I could open a magazine and not see war. Sometimes I love Nat Geo, and other times I really don't. Oh, here we go. Pure Hawaiian from 2015. My bland diet's working for me. Maybe it's helping. I'm sure. Well, I'm drinking it. I'm drinking it with my electrolytes, and I am taking whatever those pills were that you told me to get. Wow, look at this guy. He has definitely got some Hawaiian tattoos. His name is Keili Iokalani. Wow, look at that. Cut that out, right? I know, right? Cut him out. But he won't fit in this glue book. I gotta wait for another glue book for him. Gotta wait for a glue book where he fits in. I'm going to find that. I think it's at Diane Reevely. Did you? I'm afraid you're going to get sick now that you can slow down. It usually happens that way for me. I think it happened for me that way too. Maybe just a star from his cheek. Oh my God, D, you're hilarious. Val, I think it was a lot of that for me, but it was also like I did not. Now, Trish. So Barb, she's making fun of me because I was trying to clean off my jelly plate. And Trish was like, I've had enough of watching you try to clean up that jelly plate because I think it's been dried on there for a year. But that's the whole point of jelly printing. It's like you don't have to be an expert schmexpert. I mean, it depends on what you use the pictures for. No, I just use them in my glue books. I love this waterfall. She's making fun of me, totally making fun of me. Oh, look at that fox. That's a good picture too. Girls, I never take myself too seriously. And you know what? Please. Those jelly printers that take themselves too seriously. You guys, I belong to some jelly printing group online. I haven't been in their group in a long time, but I can remember like some of them were like expert, like laying it over. They were getting like, 3 and 4 layers of a print, and they would do this and they mask that and they do this and they do that. I'm like, Maggie, blah, 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 whatever. Jelly print, smelly print. It's like, when you get that serious about it, you gotta like, yeah, let it go, let it go. I think it's good when sometimes things don't work out like you think they're going to work out, because they work out all the time. Then you're just like, other people don't ever feel like they can do it. I didn't hear your story today, Miss Barb. What did you talk about? Your jelly print is the fabric paint you used today stuck like glue. Oh no. Well, mine, girl, it's been, I don't think I've used that jelly plate in like a year or more, maybe even longer. And it's dried on there. And generally I can put some tape on it and pull it off, or I will save this one for you, or Diana, I can send you that image if you'd like it. Just saying. Generally I can just like, you know what I mean? Lay another piece of paper with some thicker paint on it over and over and over again, and it'll come off, right? Not today, girls. Not today. Yeah, look up the gel printing enthusiasts on Facebook. Oh, and why? So that we can all feel like we don't. It was Trish, and it went right in the trash. What? What did you put in the trash? You put your jelly. Don't put your jelly. Barb, don't throw them in the trash. Like, look at mine. These are not even good ones, but I like them because, I'm going to cut bits and pieces of them off, like for an ATC or something like that. These are my favorite. Like, I love this. Like, if this is my jam. This isn't anybody else's jam, but it's my jam. I cut it up and put it in my collages. This is like a faint, weird one. I don't know. I can pull it again, but I like the back part. That was like a really cool one. And then this one is like, I love this. I mean, it looks like grunge and dirty, but I think that's a great piece for me. Like, and I like this one. Love that. Yeah, mine are not like, please. You guys know how I use mine. I use them as backgrounds. I use them as like, I don't know. I'll show you my fave one I think I made today is this one. I think this is one of my faves. Like, I love that. That'll be a great page on one of my glue books. I have a whole bunch of more of them on the floor. Some of them are like, please. Hey, Ann. It was gray. Yeah. Well, mine was turning into mud. It was all good though. Look, I look at it this way. If you, the way you can make fun of me. Oh, please. You can make fun of me all the time. You guys, I do not take myself seriously. Okay. If I took myself seriously, you guys, this is like the 4th time I've had this damn magazine. Oh my gosh, I must have had like 5 of these conjuring these clouds. I've cut it out. Oh my gosh, this is so weird. Why do I get the same Nat Geo? What kind of paint? I use the cheapest paint. This is metallic folk art. It's probably $1. I've used, I put it back. All those apple barrel cheap paints. That's what I use. Blake calls my art pity pat pat art. And you know what? He is exactly right. It is totally pity pat pat. Pity pity pat pat. Anne says Deb and she will be streaming on Sunday, and they're going to totally screw up jelly print for sure. The tube paint stick harder. I just, you know what? It was really what I could find, honestly. I'm just going to be frank with you there, Diana. I don't know where my stuff is. You guys, if I took you on a tour of my house right now, it's just the 3rd floor is all the boxes. It's the 64 boxes of Blake's books. It is, oh, I like that. It's 64 boxes of Blake's books or more. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. And it is like my boxes of stuff. And he's unpacked some of it. But because I don't really have any place to put it yet, love that. I'm going to save that for a big glue book. Diana, for my real paintings, I use real paint. And one day I'll show you guys my real paintings. One day I'll show them to you. My house is just, it's like a disorganized mess. And because there's no closets, it's like, and I think I've cut this out too. I just love this. Like, look at the colors in that. I just like the patterning and the colors and the way that works right here. Just like it a lot. So I don't have any closets. So I have to either so I started taking all the stuff out of the boxes, but I had no place to put it. Okay. So then I just put it back in the boxes. So now I just have to wrap my head around, I'm kind of waiting to see what I get from my sister. And then I still have some furniture that's in storage near my ex-mother-in-law. So I'm going to go and try to get that. Blake and I are going to go, I think, in a week and a half. We're going to go to Virginia and get the few things that we still have that his parents gave us that are in the in storage, and we're going to drive up to Boston and get my things. Now, the things that I remembered that my kids kept that they put in storage was some handmade furniture that a girlfriend of mine made. One of my kids wanted it. When I left Hawaii, when I left New York and moved to Hawaii, one of my kids wanted it. So I think I have some storage cabinets, so that might help a little. And then I have to get bins, and I haven't. Guys, I feel like all I do is just put stuff in bins. So I have to get something to organize it with, and I haven't done it. It's just yeah. I know I have cut these out before. Guys, I think this 2019, We're Not Alone, it's haunting me. I think this magazine's haunting me. Oh my God. You've used Windex for your store-bought. I've just used Murphy's oil soap. Or you know what else works for me? Dawn dishwashing liquid. So what kind of fabric paint did you put on yours? Are you using Murphy's oil soap to get it off? Miss Barb Owen. See, this I love. I like that kind of patterning. I think this would be an excellent background. The chaos of the people. You love those? Okay, I'm going to have to look at it. They're Michael's paints? Okay, I'll definitely look at it. You guys, now that I can go shop at Hobby Lobby, now that I can go stock the sales, save my coupons for Michael's or whatever, I will do it. Oh, for storage? Oh, girl, I'm telling you, like, I was so fit to be tied the other day. I was just ready to throw it all out. And it's stuff I haven't even really gone through yet. So it's like, I can't throw anything away because, the moment you do, you'll need it. So I'm just like, So it's just me. I'll get it together. It's like, how you want your house? I just asked what kind of fabric paint you used on your jelly plate that it didn't come off. Because, girl, I'll be the next one doing it too. But, I just kind of want things to be together. Like I kind of want to like go, okay, it's all together, but it just doesn't work out like that. It just doesn't work out like that for me. Well, we'll have to do it next year, Diana. We have years. We've been talking about this for years. We have years. We have years. We have years. Now, see, I love this whole like thing like that too. We have years. We have years. Besides which, you guys know I'm going to get my shizzle together and I'm going to find us a great place to have like a little crafting retreat and everybody can come. Then we can either all make our own damn jelly plates or you can bring your own damn jelly plate. You can make fun of me in person. I'm down with all of it. I am like, I love cityscapes. You used artisan metallic fabric paint and fabric paint from Hobby Lobby. Okay, cool. But the fabric paint didn't come off your jelly plate. I'm sorry, girl. That would be something I would do. You know what? They have this medium, and I can't remember exactly what it is. I want to say it's made by Deco Art, or maybe it's made by Delta. When I used to teach 5,000 years ago, little children, we would make self-portraits, and we made them into a quilt, and we'd make them so that they could take it home. And you can mix any acrylic paint, and I think it's either Deco Arts or Delta, has a fabric medium, and it's like it looks like a bottle of glue. Basically, it's like this liquid, and you mix it with your, I don't remember the ratio, but you mix it with your paint, and it makes any paint washable, but it also makes them soft because acrylic paint is permanent anyway, but it makes it super soft to the touch. So, you know what I mean? Like instead of really hard and rigid. So if I get myself to another place, and find it, I'll bring it and I'll show it to you. Cause you can make any paint, fabric paint, any acrylic paint. I should preface it by a fabric paint if you use that medium. I just can't remember what it is. It's been so long since I've used it. Interface medium? No, it's like you guys, I don't know. I'll have to look it up. Way back a million years ago when I used to do that with some little kids. It was really fun because little kids draw themselves when they're like 4 and 5. They're just like brilliant. They don't have nobody said anything to them. They just draw the best like pictures of themselves, and we used to draw them on muslin actually, and we would paint them, and then she said it looks like throw up. That is a barbism. Looks like throw up. Good for you. Hey, Barb, I think that's awesome. Mine kind of looked like throw up tonight too, but what do I care? What do I care? I just come to hang out with you guys. I'm not, please. I'm coming to hang out with you gals, with you crafting ladies. This has owls in it too. And what time is your stream on Sunday, if you're still here? Miss Ann Lair. You guys, have you seen some of Ann's work? She does some of the most phenomenal artwork you will ever see. She is incredibly modest, but her artwork is amazing. Okay, 5 o'clock Eastern. Ann, it's going to be on 5 o'clock Eastern. jelly printing. 5 o'clock Eastern jelly printing. See, I love all this. This is totally up my alley. I couldn't have said that, Trish. I'm far too sophisticated. Oh my God. Oh my God. So this lady today, she was trying to be like all like, lady that's like the interior designer and everything. And she just looked at me and she goes, well, what kind of art do you make? Like she was like, she's my friend's friend. And you guys, I've made some phenomenal artwork in my lifetime. That is not where I'm at right now. I've made some amazing jewelry work. I have made what I feel very proud of as artwork, but that's just not where I am right now. And so I just said, she was like, well, what is your medium? And I said, oh, I make art with trash. She was like, what? I said, I make art with trash. Blake's like, yeah, everything's an art supply to her, so you better watch out. If you covet something, you better watch out. Okay, Barb, I may have used some creative language. Pity, yes. He tells me, yes, Blake says my art is pity pat art. He goes, and he doesn't mean it in a derogatory way. You guys, I will have to show you some of his paintings. Let me see if I have any on my phone. I don't think so. You guys, he is like, you guys, he can paint like Rembrandt. Okay, let me see if I have any pictures of his artwork in here. I used to have it all the time because I used to sell his artwork. May not have any. So he doesn't mean it in a derogatory way. He means it like, I'm just like, say like this. Like, I'm not thinking about it. I'm just going for it. And I love this. I love the way that came out, right? And I just do my thing, right? And he calls that pity pat because he's like, I can be just talking and just doing it away. But really what it is, it's just a stream of consciousness for me. And because I don't really consider this my art, like, not that it's not art, of course it is, but because I don't think it's precious, I just let it go and I flow with it. And it works out sometimes and sometimes it doesn't. And so what? Because how do I not have any paintings of his? I have none of them in my phone because I've cleaned out my phone a couple times. Anyway, so he calls my artwork pity pat art. It doesn't bother me at all because it's exactly what it is. I have 0 paintings of. I thought there was a while there, you guys, all I had was paintings. His paintings on my phone. Now it just looks like I have sunsets, pictures of the dog, my daughter. I've shown you guys my jewelry before. I don't know if I don't even have any. I'll have to find. I found some that I had in a store in Hawaii. Now, right before the pandemic, right after the pandemic hit, they closed. They had it, but I don't have anything in here. This is how do I live a whole life of art with a person that's an amazing artist, and I have none of his paintings in here. I used to have you guys. I have kids' field trips. I have my friend's wedding, kids' field trips, my friend's wedding, pictures of the dog. Sunsets in Maui, and I don't have one painting. Well, I'll have to find some and show them to you. You guys, he is an amazing painter, like an amazing artist. He is. I don't have one painting in there. Oh, well, they must have been on the other phone because I used to have a different phone. Night, Cassandra, we love you, girl. Hang in there. You're teaching Sunday school tomorrow? Aw, so you need to say goodnight. Well, you have a wonderful day at Sunday school. Anyway, I will show you guys some of his artwork. It's so stunning. It's like one of those kind of, it doesn't matter what he paints, but you guys, one time he drew on some coffee mugs for me. If I can find one of those, hopefully I brought them. He did a portrait of my daughter on a coffee mug with like a Sharpie marker, but one that would stick on, one that would work on porcelain or ceramics. I mean, you know, he's like, guys, he's a crazy good artist. And he paints just every stroke of his paintings are intentional, and they're just beautiful. They're just beautiful. He's very talented. All right, I found a couple things I can cut out. I guess I really need to up my magazine thing. I gotta I used to be the queen of magazines. Like, what in the world? Like, what in the world? I've lost them all. Night, Trish. We love you, girls. Sleep well. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming to hang out. And I will see you guys. I'm definitely going to make the video of my wallpaper books tomorrow. And if I get it together, I'll put some lace things in there too. It's not that I don't like to sell things live. I mean, it is probably easier selling them all live than it would be if everybody just like said, I want one of those. It's just, it takes a lot of energy and effort. So I figured like maybe I'm going to try it this way. It may not work and I may have to go back to doing it live, but then that way if somebody really wants one, they can like go, I want book whatever, and not everybody has to sit through every single wallpaper book, painstakingly through every wallpaper book, or painstakingly through every lace piece. Like a preview. That's right, Trish, like a preview. That way, if you want something, you can just email me and go, I want that one. You know, you don't have to sit there and go, oh my God, or you can rewind it and watch that one wallpaper book again, and then you can go. I don't know if I'm going to dye any of that wedding dress tomorrow, but if I do, I'll show you some of it. I'm super excited about it. I don't know why I'm so excited about it. I think the wedding dress is from like the 60s. The lace looks super old, and it's like, not that the 60s is old, but it looks like that style of the dress, like a style from the 60s. But I don't know. I'm hoping that it takes because I think that she would like that as her wedding book, but she doesn't want it bright white. And this is kind of like, I don't know. We'll see. So if I get to dye it tomorrow, you're really leaving now. I love you, Trish. I'm so happy you hung out with us. Good luck with your car tomorrow. We don't even want to talk about my cars. That's a topic for another day. That's like a, oh my God, what were you thinking topic? I like previews too. Then I don't feel like I have to like, I don't feel any competition. If I want it, I want it. If I don't, I don't. But yeah, I gotta get my butt in gear and make these books. Well, at least one of them's not due till May. The first communion thing, I don't remember when it is, and I feel like a doofus because I know she's told me a couple times, but guys, I have not been myself. So, what were you making today, Miss Barb, besides a mess, like you said? Please, I made a mess. You didn't make a mess, I'm sure, compared to me. Mine's like a big old mess. I think I like this book. Let's see. Who knew Tyvek wouldn't let anything stick to the pages? What did you make today, Miss Barbowen? I'll have to go back and watch it. Ugh. I thought today felt like a successful day for me. It was like one of those days where I was like, yay, I got something done. Trish, I lied. Seriously, it's brand new. Didn't have the extended warranty. It would have. What? If you didn't have the extended warranty, it would have been $1,700. Oh, wow, girl. You told stories and showed stuff. I love that, though. You tell good stories, Miss Barb Owen. You tell great stories, actually. You tell great stories. Don't ask me why I think I need these red parrots, but I do. I don't even know what page they're going to go on, but I got a red parrot going on here. Maybe I'll just stick them in the back of my little pocket. I like stories and showing stuff because I really would love to give you guys a tour of my house. It just seems like it's like evolving into a bigger mess. Like it didn't actually move in and it was empty because Blake had gone and gotten all this furniture from his family. And then I had the house sitter, you know, and she like rearranged it all, which was nice and everything. I'm not complaining about that, but it's just like now I have more stuff and I don't even know where I'm going to keep it all. Good night, Dee. Thank you so much. You're going to go get meds. Oh, I love you, Dee. I hope you feel better. And thanks for telling everybody about the jelly printing thing. And if you feel like it, if you feel up to it tomorrow, if you wouldn't mind posting it in the Crafting Mamas group, that'd be great. Because I bet you there's plenty of people out there that would love to know how to make their own jelly plate. I am certainly sure of it. They would be like all over making their own jelly plate. I mean, who wouldn't? I think I want a piece of this, but not all of it. Let's see. I want this piece. I don't want this piece. You already posted? You're awesome. Thank you so much. So does anybody feel up to staying for meditation, or are you guys just totally burned out, or just like, oh my God, that was the worst jelly printing thing ever, so I can't really bear any more of you? I feel that way about myself sometimes. So you guys let me know if you guys want a meditation. We can do a quick meditation. I know if Jamie's here, she'll say yes. If Jamie's still here, she'll be like, yes to the meditation. You're staying? Oh, good. All right. So you guys go get your water. I know I repeat myself like an old broken record, but oh well. I also make pity pat art. So there you go. Get your water. You know, water is such a beautiful conductor, and your body's made up of mostly water. So water is such a beautiful conductor for any type of energy work. And if you bring it with you, even in prayer, you know, if you're just like, say, if you're just sitting in meditation for yourself and just sitting in prayer, it picks up that beautiful energy. And then as you drink it, it assimilates that energy into your body later on. So I highly recommend that you get a glass of water or a bottle of water and open it. If it's, you know, if it's a closed bottle, open it. And then you can add drops of it to your tea or coffee or whatever tomorrow. I'm going to go yell for Blake and see if he wants to join us. So the meditation lasts about 10 minutes, maybe 15 at the max. It's really all about you connecting to yourself. I'm just a facilitator. You know, it's a little bit like my pity pat art. It's just that, you know, it's just like an energy that flows through it, but it's your energy. The healing or whatever you receive comes from you. It doesn't come from me. So that's something to know. And just give me like a minute and just get your glass of water. And yeah, and if you've never tried it, I invite you to try it because, you know, it's always good. You can never be too close to your own self, at least in my world. You know, the closer you are to yourself, the more you know yourself, right? So it's only about you. And you can also bring to mind, you can bring other people into it. Like you could say, I would like to bring my dog or my neighbor or whatever. You can bring anybody in. It's like a soothing prayer. Only positive things can happen. So anyway, I'll be right back. 2 seconds. I'm just going to go yell for him, see if he wants to join, because he always says, why didn't you invite me? So I'm going to invite him. I'll be right back, and then we'll do our meditation. Hey, babe. You want to do meditation with us? Come on. He is coming now. So get your water. I love that. I don't know why I like it so much, but I do. I like this one too. Aw, thank you, Leslie. It's my gift to you guys. I think I was guided to share this once with, oh my gosh, it's been about 3 or 4 years now, I think. And so I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys sharing your energy with me, and I appreciate you. You can unplug it if you want to. You can totally unplug it because I have a little heater in here. We came home and it was freezing for me. It was freezing for me. It wasn't freezing for Blake, but it was freezing for me. So he put a heater in my little studio. Okay, so all you need to do to participate is breathe. I do a type of breathing that is like it's a Hawaiian healing breathing, but you don't have to do it. I inhale through my nose and exhale out through my mouth with an audible sound, but you don't have to. You can just breathe normal. Irregardless of whether I shared this type of breathing with you or not, you get the benefits. You don't have to do anything. You can do this with your eyes open or your eyes closed. I would just suggest you don't do this if you're like driving or if you're doing something you really need to put 100% of your attention on, because it can relax you and put you in a really relaxed state, which is sometimes not always the best for certain types of activities. So I'm going to invite you right now to bring to mind anybody that you would like to send a blessing to. So we can bring Shannon's niece to mind. We can bring Mr. Victor Crafter to mind in Ukraine. We can bring to mind anyone that you feel could use a boost of love or a boost of energy or anything. Just bring that to mind. And know that they're receiving the same energy you are. But also know that everybody has their own, you have your own free will, and your own higher self can make that choice. So I always invite my children in, their spouses, our animals, my neighbors, my home. I always include my home because my home, it has the same, you want your home to feel good, right? And you want it to feel peaceful and you want it to feel uplifted. So I always invite my home. You can invite people in the body and those that have transitioned because they feel your love no matter what dimension they're in. You can invite any situation. Maybe you're having a difficult time at work. So you can invite that situation in. You can invite the coworker in. Anything. There is no limit to the use of this energy, only your imagination. So you can, so bring to mind anything and anyone, and you don't have to repeat it over and over again. Just one time is good enough because your higher self knows. Your higher self knows. And maybe you just want to bring yourself in. Just, I want to call myself completely present and call myself completely receiving all that I need, require, and desire. And that, even if I don't know what that is. Okay, let's get started. Inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. Receive and release. Receive and release. Imagine yourself in a column of light. When you look up, you can't see the end. And when you look down, you can't see the end. This is your column of light. It is unique to your being, soul, spirit. With every inhale and every exhale, allow this light to grow brighter and brighter and surround your body 6 feet in all directions. Give your column of light the suggestion, heart of the earth. And with that, your column of light is right there, deep in the heart of the earth. Give your column of light big tree roots, like an oak tree. And with every inhale and every exhale, allow your column of light to anchor deep in the heart of the earth. Let's ask the earth to share with us her energy. I see this as beautiful golden light, but you can see it, feel it, think it, or just know it any way that works for you. Feel this beautiful golden light energy rising up through your roots, rising up through the floor, filling your feet and ankles, calves and knees, thighs and hips. Feel it filling the base of your spine, your lower abdomen, your waist, your chest and back, your throat and neck, your shoulders, your arms, your wrists, your hands, and out every finger. Feel it filling your face and head, and feel it fountaining out the top of your head as high as you can imagine. Ready? Breathe it in. Breathe it in. Breathe it in. Take a moment to enjoy this deep connection you have with the earth. Now focus on your column of light above your head and give it the suggestion, heart of the divine, heart of creation, heart of the central sun. And with that, your energy is right there, deep in this beautiful cosmic angelic realm. Give your column of light above your head the same roots you did below your feet. Allow these roots with every breath to anchor deeper and deeper into the heart of the divine, into the heart of creator creation energy, into the heart of the central sun. Let's ask this beautiful heavenly realm to share with us their energy. Allow your being, soul, spirit to receive this beautiful light. I see it like little diamonds, like beautiful silvery diamonds, like it's showering you with this beautiful tiny flecks of light. But you can see it, feel it, think it, or just know it any way that works for you. Feel this beautiful diamond light energy mixing with your energy and the earth's golden energy and spreading 6 feet in all directions. Feel it filling the top of your head, your face, your neck, your throat, your shoulders, your arms, your wrists, your hands, and out every finger. Feel it filling your chest and back, your waist, your lower abdomen, and the base of your spine. And feel it pouring through your hips, thighs, knees, calves, and ankles, and out the bottom of your feet, expelling any and all excess deep into the heart of the earth. Ready? Breathe it in. Breathe it in. And breathe it in. Take a moment to enjoy your connection to heaven and earth. Now I'd like you to focus on the energy center in the center of your heart. Give it a big window and open this window wide. And as we go through all the light centers in our body, allow your body personality to release anything that no longer serves you, anything that no longer supports you, anything that you are ready to let go of. On the inhale, I'd like you to receive peace, balance, and bliss. And on the exhale, let go of anything that no longer serves you. Ready? Receive in love. Release in love. Receive. Release. Receive and release. Receive and release. Let's add 2 more points of light. Let's add the point of light at your waist and the point of light in your throat. We're focusing on your waist, on your heart, and on your throat. Breathe in, receive peace, balance, and bliss. Give your body personality permission to call all of you completely and fully into your body personality now. And on the exhale, let go out. Let go of anything that no longer serves you. Ready? Receive in love. Release in love. Receive. Release. Receive and release. Receive and release. Let's add 2 more points of light. Let's add the point of light in your lower abdomen and the point of light in the center of your forehead. We're working on your lower abdomen, your waist, your heart, your throat, and the center of your forehead. Breathe in and receive peace, balance, and bliss. Give your body personality permission to recall all of you in the here and now back into your body personality. And on the exhale, release anything that no longer serves you. Ready? Receive in love. Release in love. Receive. Release. Receive. Release. Receive and release. Let's add 2 more points of light, the base of your spine and the top of your head, and all the points of light in between. Breathe in and receive peace, balance, and bliss. Allow your body personality to receive all of you completely and fully in the now back into this body. On the exhale, let go of anything that no longer serves you. Ready? Receive in love. Release in love. Receive and release. Receive and release. Receive and release. Add 2 more points of light. 1 foot below your feet and 1 foot above your head, and all the points of light in between. Breathe in and receive peace, balance, and bliss. Give your body personality permission to invite all of you fully and completely into your body now. And on the exhale, let go of anything that no longer serves you. Ready? Receive in love. Release in love. Receive and release. Receive and release. One more time. Receive and release. Add 2 more points of light. 6 foot below your feet and 6 feet above your head, and all the points of light in between. Receive in love. Release in love. Receive and release. Receive and release. Receive and release. Add 2 more points of light. The point of light where your roots are anchored deep into the earth, and the point of light above your head where you're anchored deep into the heart of creator creation energy, the heart of the divine, the heart of the central sun, and all of the points of light in between. Breathe in and receive peace, balance, and bliss. Give your body personality permission to call all of your being, soul, spirit, into your body now. Receive in love. Release in love. Receive in love. Release in love. Receive in love. Release in love. Put your hands on your heart and just receive. I'd like you to imagine an infinity symbol like a figure 8, starting where your roots are above your head, crossing through your heart, going deep into the earth where your roots are there, crossing back through your heart and ending where it began. On the inhale, receive love from the earth, the heart of creator creation, the heart of the divine, the heart of the central sun. And on the exhale, give love back to the earth, the heart of creator creation, the heart of the central sun, the heart of the divine. Ready? Receive and give. Receive and give. Receive and give. One more time. Receive and give. And when you feel ready, open your eyes and come back. That was beautiful. Thank you guys so much. You know, each one of you is a contributor. You contribute your love and energy to this process, and it makes a difference. And the energy that comes through is just your higher self giving you whatever it is that you need. And only you know what that is. So, oh, you're so welcome. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for being my peeps. Thanks for being in my lifeboat. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. Be kind to one another. Be kind to yourself. And I love you. And I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. All right. I love you guys. Take care. And as always, from my heart to your heart, I'm sending you so much aloha. See you later. Thanks for a wonderful night. Bye for now.